I'll give you a countdown.
Okay.
Headphone warning.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Adventures Initiative. I am your host, Connor the Cleric, and your DM. How are you guys doing today? Will my players please introduce themselves from top to bottom? God, go. I couldn't even do that with a straight face. Okay.
Wendy?
That was absolutely brilliant. Do I have to match that same energy?
Yeah.
Please don't.
I will match that. I swear to God, I will.
Do it.
What goes on, everyone? I'm Wendy Estelle playing Abel Pindrop. Super fucking excited to be here.
I
Did I
am
do
the
it?
drunken shop, normally the drunken monk playing Blaze.
Thief.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Do your thing.
Oh, it is me next.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shop Goblin playing Kazian.
I'm gonna go customer service on this one. Hi guys, my name's Eludra, and I play Loyal Gambit.
So you know, Aludra, I found out that a way of saying your character's name is Loch. Like Loch. So that's because a TV show that I'm watching right now has that as a last name, and it's Loch. That's how they say it, is Loch.
There's different ways of saying it because when I looked at it, like when I was looking it up, there was a few different pronunciations, and the one that was easiest for me, since I speak a little bit of German, is Loyach, because I'm used to getting that in the
Okay.
words.
All right, let's get started into this game so we don't.
But
so
wait,
people
what
can
about
listen.
Silverwolf?
They
later.
will do their stuff later.
Oh, okay,
Guests
okay.
don't introduce yet.
Sorry, I didn't know.
We
Sorry.
have no guests. Go away.
Do not look at the left side of the screen where names are listed. Shut up, Alexa.
Jesus.
Shut up.
Okay. Last time on Adventures Initiative, our party had a day off where they were able to enjoy the city and do things that they need to.
Like fishing.
Where me, as a DM, hoped that there would be no battle. There was probably a 1% chance of battling. And my god, did the players hit that on the nail.
I'm not at fault.
You are welcome.
Starting today, we'll be beginning after the 6 days of being in town. My players, please please tell what you did during those 6 days, and then we're gonna come to you guys getting what you need. Starting with Abel, what did you do?
Abel would have spent his time there mainly trying to study that one book that he found, catching up on whatever he can learn of magic items, being as he's now in a party with people who can use magic items, and he's very ignorant to the ways and tools and usages of it. So he's trying to kind of learn with it and out of game, gaining hopefully proficiency with it throughout those 6 days in town. And also probably would have, I think I told you this, Dono, would have restocked provisions.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah.
For your provisions, I'll say mark off 2 gold.
I can do.
Okay.
Right. And that is the boring life of Abel Pindrop.
Blaze, what did your character do during the 6 days?
Well, at the end of the last episode, Blaze was preparing a delicious dragon turtle meat for his fellow companions. The rest of the week, he would have been spent acquiring his new gear, preparing for the journey ahead, restocking provisions, and fishing.
More fishing, which we're not going to go through that again. At least not this episode. Okay. I believe next up is Kaz. What did you do?
Kazian would have spent the time trying to train Barry, doing research on anything he could find about the Queen of El, and the
Okay.
history with her party, attuning to his new bow, and also everything, doing all the research and knowledge base needed for his new skill set that he is trying to learn.
Okay.
Which out of game translates to he did all the shit he needed for that level of ranger.
Okay.
I think that's
So
everything that we
you
talked about.
learn.
Oh, and I
So
sold stuff
you
out of
learn
the
that-
haversack and split it with Abel. So
Yeah,
Wendy, I don't know if you remember, but I did give you 40 gold.
I did not remember, so thank you for adding me on that. 40?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay. So with your learning, I didn't know about the learning. So roll an investigation check with learning about the Queen of El.
Okay. Yeah, that was something that I think 2 weeks ago, right before the game, I said I wanted to do, and then it got sidetracked.
We never finished that during the in between time. So just roll that for me, and I'll let you know what you learn.
You said investigation?
Yeah.
Natural 1. Critical
No.
fail.
You find it very hard to find really anything on the Queen and her party, but you know she's got to have some kind of significance, being that she is the Queen of El.
And that her party made it through that same dungeon, apparently.
Yeah.
Also forget that she's got a good friend whose daughter knows the Queen.
Yeah, but he didn't care about that. Okay.
No, I would have used any resource I could, but if I rolled a 1, I doubt I remembered to ask you.
Good friends with the Queen.
Yeah.
Or ask me, as I was also sent by the Queen.
Yeah.
My guess, so this is going to be my story explanation for why I didn't ask you guys. He was going to, and then Barry started destroying more furniture, and he got sidetracked by a bear.
Yeah. An owl bear.
Yeah.
So, also, with the attuning to the bow, as you go to attune to the bow, a voice enters into your mind saying, "Hello! Are you my new master?"
I had rice in my mouth. It's now in my lungs. Oh my god, Dono.
Hello, are you okay, master? Hello?
Who the hell are you? What's going
I am
on?
the
Am I having an
bow!
aneurysm?
I am your bow, sir!
Alright,
Feed me!
what do you eat?
Gems.
Oh, I knew that. I identified. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll,
I like gems. And
I'll feed you when
things
I
that
need
give me
you.
Power.
Alright.
Feed me. Feed
I
me.
will.
I think that boat's a little psychotic
Okay.
and from the Little Shop of
When
Horrors.
we need you, I will feed you. I have some nice amethysts. Just hanging on to those, waiting for the opportunity.
Yay!
Right.
Just let me know.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I'll be okay. You can just
He's
feel
then
a
going
giant
to rush and
freaking
find
smile.
Abel and just be like, "There's a voice in my head!"
Yours too?
It's my bow, and it sounds like... You know when Dracus used to try and imitate Tam? And he did that really high voice? It sounds like that.
That must be fucking hell.
I kind of find it very funny. I don't know how... It's a good bow. I'm not getting rid of the bow.
I can hear you.
Can he hear you now?
Apparently.
This is
My
like
fucking god.
This is cool.
Dono. So as Kazian has a fucking existential crisis over his new bow.
Okay. Now to go to Loach.
Okay. So, definitely first order of business. I kind of I was going to try and talk to Kazian because obviously he has his mother. He's trying to find info on his mother, and I want to try and give him the information that my mom gave me when I was a kid, and kind of try to help him out as best I could.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point out the fact he has not outright told any of you what he knows about his mother.
Except glaring at Abel at one point.
He glared at Abel, and Loke saw the scale necklace.
So, Aludra, that would be actually metagaming if you were to...
No. Aludra, Loke only saw the scale necklace, so you wouldn't know it's his mother, but...
I thought... Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't...
No worries. That's why I was bringing it up.
I just would like to let you know...
None of you guys know this.
Yeah. Kaz,
I'm a tight-lipped son of a bitch.
Yep.
Though according to Abel, I'm the son of a hoe.
Abel doesn't remember, because Abel's a forgetful fuck.
But no, I will say, Loke, because I remember I held up the necklace to you, so you would know that he has the same necklace as her, at least.
Yeah.
So you probably think there's some connection.
Mother to get information?
So you have orders from the Queen. You know that. And I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
When you guys began. So you have to stick to that.
Okay. That's all good. Then I will probably... Wait, no. Shit.
Sorry, did I just ruin your whole plan?
Mother on the island?
Yeah, you guys are on the island of L. Or not L. You guys are on Antares, not L yet.
Level over there?
Did I gain the proficiency of Arcana? I forget.
Yes, I think you got a proficiency within Arcana and Survival because you did your survival investigation and stuff like that last time.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not hearing most of what was said for...
And Abel, or Wendy, so you know, I will kind of limit that to what you're proficient in, being what I've based the books on. So
of course,
you'll have to take more studying. Like if you continue to study it, it'll just be a proficiency within all. So just kind of, I'll let you know when you can add your proficiency modifier to it. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, Dono, I sent you a DM.
All I got is... you don't know that he knows. And you and Ludra were told that stuff together, if you remember. I've tried to balance this without giving away crap, but whatever. Okay. So, Aludra, what did you do during 6 days?
I was literally trying to... Okay. Is it an easy trek on the island to my mother?
Okay, you are not on the island that your mother would be on.
Okay, well, shite.
You're on Antares.
I am able
your mother's on either L or Dragoo.
Okay. Is there any way that I am able to communicate with my mother during that 6 days? That's not by carrier pigeon or an African swallow.
You don't really know of one. Make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Let's see if you can maybe figure something out.
$15.
15. Okay. You do find carrier pigeons and stuff like that, but as you kind of search the island, you realize that you didn't really make anything that you could talk to your mom with at all during before the trip. And so there's not really any other way besides sending maybe, or you could You know that if you could get a hold of somebody that knows, like message, you could pay them to send a message, but it's only up to 25 words. Like, you know of like a spell. So you would have to find like a magic user that knows the spell.
I'll probably
and would also know your mom.
Can I just do carrier pigeon?
Yeah, you can do carrier pigeon. Send me what you send to your mom, okay? Just over that message.
Yeah. Can I just explain it?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Basically, what Aludra would do is just spend part of her time writing to her mother about what had happened in the dungeon and about what she saw when she was given the chance to ask a question, and that she saw her brother and wanted to let her mom know that he is truly, at peace, and he's happy being with family, so that her mind's more at ease than, once previously, even if the sadness is still there, kind of just giving her mom a little reassurance as to what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you're able to send that out. I'll say it takes you only like 2 silver to be able to send that message out. The carrier pigeon.
I don't know if this is gonna like affect anything, but she would just spend most of the rest of her time practicing with her weapons and whatnot, just trying to, kind of better prepare herself for whatever's gonna come next.
Okay. I'd say that probably have advantage on your next attack because of your training. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So next time that you're in battle, your first attack has advantage.
Okay.
Because of being prepped.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys wake up to the final night, or the final day of being on Antares, and you get up, you go down, you get breakfast, everybody begins to talk, and the gnomish lady, Cece, that runs the hotel, comes to you with what seems to be a strange lizard dragon type thing on her shoulder that's just kind of nuzzling at her and being very loving, and it looks like a dragon just made out of complete crystal, and it's really, really tiny. And it seems to have a letter in its mouth. And a package tied to its body, like the back of it.
What you got there?
Okay. This seems to have a note for you. Where is... Oh, there you are. Kazian, here you go. This is a note for you. For you, Kazian.
Yeah.
Okay. It is... I need to find my notes! Give me a second. Where's my notebook? Okay. 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 Okay.
Bless you, drunk.
Oh, God. What a man.
I am Mom Rodell.
I want to make a side comment so everybody watching the stream knows. I've literally come to the conclusion that Loyok Amvat is Xena Warrior Princess. Mic drop.
That's amazing. I love it.
No, Windy doesn't know who Xena is.
That's because he's a young boy.
Well,
okay, so
what? Probably
my shit don't want to work, but it's basically a letter saying, "Hey, Kazian, it's a letter to you and Abel and to Aurora, saying that these are your crystals. They have been delivered to you. And it goes on with like, sorry about your friend disappearing, yada yada, leaving some condolences. It's like you just kind of skim through it and you realize that the package is what holding your guys' transportation crystals are in them, giving you access into L. So
Are the crystals labeled with whose is whose?
Yeah, like you guys open up the package and you look inside. There are 3 crystals, one labeled Abel, one labeled Aurora, and then one labeled Kazian. They are just like, there aren't on like any kind of a like tie or anything
They're
to
just
be like
loose
a necklace
crystals?
yeah, they're just loose crystals, but they're like you can now hold them into your hands and use them.
Yeah, I pass Abel and Aurora theirs and kind of look around the table.
And also, so in the letter on the back of it, as you go like clan them out, you realize that there's reading on the back, and it basically tells you the rules of the crystal. So first rule of the crystal is 1, once transported, you can't use it for another 7 days.
Yeah.
2, you have to set your transport in advance to where you want to be. You can usually, most towns have it, etc. But you have to find the transport crystal symbol where
The
it would
hub kind of thing.
Yeah, like the hub, etc. And yeah, so it's not like, oh, I can use this all the time, etc. It's you use it in
Once a week
emergency,
where you're set.
or like in an emergency and such. So yeah.
And I'm guessing by default they're set to the capital right now.
Yeah, yeah, and that's like the final part. It's like set to capital area, so etc.
Okay.
All right. So, and I would know, and Blaze and Loach, you would know that your crystals are also still set to the capital as well. You guys haven't changed them over.
Well, I guess we can get going unless anybody had any other business they wanted to do here.
No. Let's fly. Abel holds the crystal up, like expecting it to do something as soon as he like hits it to its full extent of his arm, straight up, and just do the thing.
You put it up into the air.
Oh shit!
You kind of focus and look at it, and everybody, you just see Abel disappear.
Whoops!
Kazian's gonna look at the crystal and then be like, will this transport just me, or will it transport Barry too?
Shit, I forgot.
Hashtag looks at rulebook.
Redcon. Do. There's a crystal on the bottom for Barry.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, my cat was just about to attack my microphone.
You're good. Thank you for reminding me about that, because I almost totally forgot.
Hashtag we left Barry behind and no longer have an animal.
Oh, hashtag terrible pet owners.
I'm going for that level 3 ranger. Well, revised ranger.
Yeah. Okay, so Abel's gone. What's everybody else doing?
I would look at Loogie and said, "It's time for us to go."
Okay, so you, Loach, are you not focusing, or are you wanting to say anything before you go?
I have the power!
You focus on the crystal on your head, and you disappear. Blaze, what are you doing to go?
I focus on the crystal around that is on my wrist, and poof.
And it's kind of like there's a small flash that goes, but it's nothing that's like it would cause you to go blind. It's
and suddenly Kazian is sitting at a table with a baby apple bear.
Aurora's still there.
Yeah, Kaz would affix Barry's crystal to like some kind of makeshift collar piece.
I'd
so that he can
say
wear
that you
it.
probably bought a collar over at the pet store at some point in time during this week, and that'll just cost you like 2 silver.
Okay.
So
yeah,
no, I
would affix I would affix it to his collar and then just be like, see you on the other side, Aurora, and look at Barry and be like, concentrate, and then
roll an
focus on the
animal handling
crystal.
check.
And here comes the good side of becoming a multi-class.
Roll animal handling now.
Natural one again! Oh my word!
Barry looks at you and he's just like, like what?
Discord is not liking me today.
I'm gonna have Aurora just help you out, and she's gonna be like, focus. Just here. I'm just gonna roll a d20 on my side so I don't have to type this thing out. What was that? 12 plus whatever animal. Or she has a high wisdom because she's, yeah. She's able to kind of get him to understand. Like, she points at the crystal, and he goes like, ah! And he just kind of looks at it, and he disappears.
Kazian poofs a second later.
Okay, and then Aurora poofs as well. You guys, Abel, you being first, so I'm going to let you know what happened. Like, Abel, you are suddenly transported in front of what is a large dome kind of castle where it shapes up and there's a giant tree above it. Around you is a city and you are at the base of what is a large amount of steps. There's a wall that covers around the castle and you are right outside the gate.
Is there anyone else in the vicinity?
Yeah, there are 2 crystal guards in front of you. And they both look at you and say, welcome.
Hi.
Hello. You here for the queen? And comes next is Loach. Right next to you is, oh, princess. Hello.
And then Blaze.
And then Blaze. Ah, Blaze. Welcome. Journey was good then. You only got one. And then next is
You cut
next
out
is
there.
Barry.
Dono,
Huh?
you cut out there, so all I heard was, what's good?
And it's like, you only got one of them. Then baby owlbear shows up, and they just immediately start freaking out, and they grab their sword, and like, oh, and then Kazian shows up, and you just see, like, 2 guards that are freaking out about to draw their weapon at your owlbear, and then Aurora shows up.
I pick Barry up like a small child holding a puppy. Like, his front paws are over my arms, and I'm just holding him to my chest like, how dare you try and harm my little Barry boy!
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting.
Okay.
Plus persuasion. Not very good. That is a 4.
Ah, you are doing really bad today. They're like,
Yes, I am.
Anybody else want to help out on this? Or
I will.
these guards just like look at him and just like, that is a dangerous animal there, sir. Why do you have it? Put it down. I'm going to take care of it.
Friend. You take care of it, I take care of you. And yes,
Good,
I'm well
sir.
aware I just threatened a guard. But
Right,
Barry is important.
check. Big intimidation check if you want to do that.
I will gladly.
Blaze, what are you saying to the guards?
I say
9.
guys, just leave this one be. With a 22.
Oh! So, with not like, Kaz, you're not really making too much headway with these guards. They don't know who you are. They don't really care. You're just a dude that brought an owlbear with them. But the moment that Blaze kind of like steps aside and comes in front of you and just waves his hand and says, hey, leave him alone. He's with us. The bear is okay. Now the guards just look at him and goes like, okay. And steps to the side and like puts their weapons back in. And they just go, sir, you keep an eye on them. Because if my ass gets handled because that thing's here, that's, I got a family. Fuck.
While they're doing that, can Abel like just walk past the guards?
Sure, make a stealth check. if you can.
Oh,
Because
gonna get
there's really
stabbed.
only one.
Oh my
That's
god.
21.
One
Abel,
thing
you just
Abel
kind of
can
like
do.
do, and I'll say that like you're able to kind of do it with Aurora, and you two just kind of start stepping away. Not like Aurora's following you, and she's kind of like this jingling mesh, and the other two guards aren't really caring too much about you. Like, oh, that's not bad for Aurora either.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I would
So,
like
yeah,
to say, Lawfully in the chat just said, "Don't talk to me or my son," and that is very much that's Kaz's attitude.
Don't you look at me or my child again.
Or my fur child.
Don't you give me that look, you're gonna get it!
I want to speak to your manager.
Okay,
Damn
Karen.
it, Karen!
I'm channeling Dono.
God damn it, I wish one of my pencils would work. Fuck. But, yeah, you guys are easily, like, you just kind of skim past these guards keeping an eye on the little owl bear that, and they're just kind of, like, you can feel, like, a little bit of stress for them, but being like, okay, they're with some important people, they're okay, whatever. And you guys just get past these guards in this gate. And as you pass the gate, you come to what is just a huge amount of stairs into this dome-like building that is made, and it has like shards of kind of crystal coming off of it, and there's like a garden all around you, and there's bushes, and there's a giant walkway to these steps, and it's just beautiful. And there's two golden, like fountains up at the top of this large gate.
Ooh. Witty.
You also make a perception check for two of you. Who wants to make a perception check?
I call one of
I
them.
will.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'll do the other one unless you want it, Loke.
Hold on. Yeah, you might want to do it.
Invalid
This is probably
input,
higher
no
than
dice
mine.
found to roll.
7. I'm rolling like drunk today.
Okay.
Should I make an attempt?
It's because he stole my name.
Sure, go for it. Abel, yours didn't work.
16.
You see what is one, like, there seems to be some kind of flying creature that comes in through, like, it's coming down out of, it's like this little, you see a bit of, like, a flash up in the air, and, like, a small, like, swooping creature coming down from it and entering through the back way. You don't really get a good, clear look of it. Loach, you do, and you know exactly what this creature is, and you know exactly who they are, and you know that this is one of the Wyvern Raiders coming back from their trip. But Abel, you don't know this.
Yep, I don't know this, but I'm still freaked out by it and put the mask on.
May I inform?
Yeah, Dono, please make sure to give me a heads up if I suddenly am in need of a southern accent.
Yes, I will give you a heads up, but you're probably not going to need it this session, okay?
I guess I'm gonna inform the rest of the party. Oh, don't worry. It's just one of the Wyvern Rioters coming back.
None of you except for Abel saw this. Link saw something. Then you have no idea why she's saying this.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Freaky bird thing.
Freaky bird thing. Okay, so you guys you guys start going up the stairs. They are very colorfully, like they're crystal. They're stairs. They have like a small bit of, the strange thing about it is that these stairs are not like perfect. There's cracks. There's misplaced things within it, and there's like a mixture of stone and whatnot, and there's dirt in between. Like there's not much upkeep here for some reason, though it is beautiful. Like the plant life is very pretty and well kept, but like the stonework and such isn't really, like, the closer you look at it. And then you make it to the very top to the gate, and you see these two large golden pools that are also like, they seem slightly scratched. They seem not like they're there for looks, and there's some symbols alongside them, and there's water coming down out of them, and you see this very large stone doorway or stone door, gate, whatever you would like to call it, but it opens up two ways. It looks like they open up inwards. Anything that you guys want to look at while you're right here, or you guys just want to go inside?
Yes, I want to take a second to kind of like explore around the gardens and just kind of scavenge for whatever I can find.
I'm just going to go
look
inside.
Yep.
Okay, so you, Blaze, don't have a problem coming in. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I'll say. What is everybody's passive perception?
Passive perception?
17.
Yeah.
15.
17? 15?
11.
11? Okay. Aurora probably sees this because she's got a good wisdom. And then Abel, you would see this as well.
I mean, I've only
You
got
see
13.
from the side of... Oh, you have... What?
I only have a 13.
Yeah. Sadly. Abel, do you see something moving within the golden pools? Like on both sides. Like it's an unnatural flow. And so does Aurora. What do you want to do?
I want to go over and like look at it further.
Okay.
Closer, like get it right up in it.
Okay.
Not in it,
As
but-
you get really, really close, and whatnot, especially those getting close to the door, you see from one pool, being that you can only go to one at a time, and they're on opposite sides, you see a large come out from out of the water, and there's this serpent-like water being that looks at you and just kind of begins to glare right into your eyes.
No.
Smile and wave.
It looks at you, and it's wondering, and it doesn't seem to be like trying to attack you, but it's got its good eye on you.
Cautiously, like, you know, like those really awkward, like, your feet are both together, but you swing one foot really far forward and then plant it as far forward as you can, and then drag the other foot up next to it. Abel's doing that. Just awkwardly
Okay.
without
The most
breaking eye contact.
incriminating step ever.
Sure.
Honestly, if I'm thinking of somebody who's like stolen something, that's how I think of them as walking.
Okay, 1 second, you guys. My son's wanting some
Yeah,
food.
but just a single step.
It fits Abel so well for his like 1.5 stride.
Exactly. It's like a full length foot for him, but for Kazian, it's probably like half a step.
That's not even a full step for Kaz.
Which
Yeah.
I think is so weird since I have like the most speed out of like I think everyone. Arguably.
Shorter legs moving faster.
Yeah, exactly. 35 movement speed.
You run, Kazian kind of plods along. Though I'm only a 30 foot, so I'm not far behind you.
This is true, but also being rogue, dash.
And if we get your boots of haste, dash.
Yes.
Why do I have to be right up on the damn thing?
I really want to make a Tabaxi monk and then name him Speedo Sound Sonic.
Yes. My sound.
You're okay, Blaze. You're a little quiet, but you're audible.
Wait, you guys can hear me?
Yes.
Well, I'm setting up a new mic on my other computer. I don't know why you guys can hear me. I'm not even using the push to talk.
Did something fall on your keyboard?
I'm guessing so. So let me figure this out.
Lawfully blind, Russian high step, cue the Soviet national anthem.
All right, so You guys begin entering into this large door-like area. Being quick about it, and you enter into a large room. It has a staircase going up, and there's a staircase going down. There are several guards within the room. There are a few walkways out and around, and there's a large door in between the staircase going up and the staircase going down, where you can enter straight through.
Kazian's gonna kind of look at the guards and be like, "Throne room, meeting with the queen, which way?"
Guard looks at you and just kind of like stares his eyes towards the doorway straight.
Blaze, look, I think you guys should probably lead on.
What happened with the giant fish?
It did nothing to you. It just kind of kept staring at you.
That's boring. I'll follow the group now.
Well, if you want to get interesting, I can.
I want to get interesting.
The last time you wanted something interesting, a dragon turtle happened. Stop it!
Okay,
Too late.
you take... Okay, give me 1 second as you take 3d8 damage from it whipping you in the ass as you walk away.
You lost the staring contest.
Sounds good.
Okay, 1 second.
God, 3d8? That's like imploding an ass cheek.
You take... Ooh, that's 12 points of damage to your butt. You got a nice little red mark right on your ass. Huh?
Uncanny dodge.
Did you see it coming?
Did you roll to see if it hit me?
Yeah, that hit you. That was a 19.
Oh yeah, 19 totally hits, so uncanny dodge.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you only take half of that damage, but, it's one butt cheek that takes 6 points of damage.
I'm not sitting for a while.
Especially since it was a pretty big whip, just... So you guys...
Does Abel let out any sound that the rest of us realize he's been whipped?
Abel, do you?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
Except I'm rubbing my ass now.
Okay, so you guys enter in straight and you come into a large square room, and you see that there's nobody on the throne. There's a large room. It is full of some statues, and it's got branches through it. It's very it's a mixture of nature and building and crystals, and it's very wondering who the heck did the architecture in this damn place. It's kind of like a mix of ruins and really nice shit. Anything that you're doing?
Kazian is staying as far back in the group as possible, and just very cautiously watching any other entrances. Okay.
There's no other entrances except for what you can see is there's an exit into the back to the right of the throne room, and then there's the exit out, where you guys came from.
He's just watching that door back behind the throne and just staying as far back in the group as possible.
All right, make a perception check for me.
That is a 23.
Okay. Okay. You don't see anything within the room.
I'm just mainly watching the door back there, expecting that that's probably where somebody's going to come from.
Okay.
I mean, oh, sorry.
Oh, no. What do you want?
I was just going to, going off of what you said that we could see, I was just going to say that I'm looking around the room and say, well, you think they could remodel the place?
Is that a...
Can
You
Abel
guys-
go over and try the back door?
Sure. You go to touch the door, and it begins to actually turn on its own. And then it opens up, and would our two guests please like to join the chat?
As soon as it opens, Abel throws his hands up and just, I made it open!
Kazian pinches the bridge of his nose again and sighs deeply.
You
Hashtag
see,
wild
enter
farm
into
rainbow.
a room.
It looks
First,
like it did.
a half-orc gentleman. Please describe yourself.
He's a tall, relatively well-built half-orc with long, dark auburn hair pulled back into sort of a ponytail. His wide, flattish face with pale yellow eyes. And you can see, while it looks like he does have tusks, there's only one on the left side of the mouth. He's clad in some splinted mail armor, and he's just covered in bandoliers and pouches, which you can see some weapons looking out of, most of which appear to be of the throwing variety.
Okay, and then after he enters in, behind him, very silently enters a cat-like individual. So, would you like to describe your character?
All right, so you see a tall, slender tabaxi with white spots and deep emerald eyes walk in the room.
Okay.
Fuck the little bitch.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
Wow. Okay.
I can feel Silver's glare from here.
Yes,
had
she
to.
will probably be glaring at the entire party.
Love you, Silver.
Love you too.
But now,
What do we see as the door opens?
you guys see what is first. You see a small halfling individual with bright pink hair in the room as he tries to open up the door, in which you know that is only for like people that are trusted by the queen to enter in and out of, because it is entrance to your guys' training room, into the large tree into the back, and to the queen's chamber. There is a hallway back there that you know of.
Whoa there,
Yeah.
y'all. You hold up there, little feller. Where you think y'all are going?
First off, this is a dumb question. I imagine Abel's height is probably at crotch level, so how hung is your character?
He might be shorter than that, actually.
It's still going to be one of the first things Abel sees, so how hung is your character?
I did not roll for that, so...
Roll a, let's say, a d10. Go for it.
1 inch for every number.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, you poor,
this
poor
thing hates
man.
me. This thing hates me.
You said half orc, right?
Yes.
That's
I'll
from the
give
human
you
side.
I'll give you a plus. What is it? Let's try Constitution. Like, you can add your Constitution to it.
I believe that's 2 or 3. Let me double check. Yeah, +2.
Okay. So yeah.
Oh, he's a little guy.
Abel looks up at him. Not a clue, little guy.
Abel, get back here. And
Okay,
Kazian's
fine.
going to hold up the letter from the queen.
Huck
And kinda
will
hand
take
it
it.
forward.
Yeah, Huck takes it and opens it upside down.
Kazian takes the letter, turns it right side up, and hands it to the tabaxi.
Thank you. Now,
And then
what?
he steps back to the back of the group again.
I would like to point out, Huck is standing a fair distance away from the tabaxi. We're probably about as far away in this hallway as he could get.
Like,
Yeah,
he
Abel's
went
standing
in
behind.
and was kind of like rushing away and bumped into. I'll say he bumped into Abel, and Abel, you kind of got a little, feel of the jewels, and
Yeah, paintbrushed.
got a little, yeah. And then the tabaxi came in like probably a minute later, and just kind of looks at everybody. Silver, you read the letter. It is legitimately them. It is a letter letting them know about the crystals and such that they now have. Which, I don't know. Do you guys still have your crystals out or what?
Kazian would
Like-
have pocketed his.
Okay,
Ditto.
so yeah, you can see that Blaze, or the Fire Genasi gentleman and the Dragonborn have their crystals, and you can tell that they have recently been used, being that their brightness is not as like shown, and they are dimmed.
All right. Alrighty.
But you can tell that they these were crystals given to them by the queen herself.
Right.
Isn't mine an earring or is that a different one?
Yours is an earring because you said it
Yeah.
was an earring.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I see the queen requested you all.
Well, two of us.
Well, I was sent to go get them.
Mhm.
I was as well.
Right.
Huh?
Oh, wait. Was I not? Or wait.
No.
I'm
Okay,
confused.
sorry. You and Silver sound way too much alike right now to me.
Yeah, you
So
guys
it's
are very
They are
close in
they are
sound.
close.
But yeah, so yes, you were sent as well. With requests from your mother to go and help. So, you, Silver, do know the Dragonborn is the daughter of the queen of Dragoon Island. So you know that, but you do not know anybody else that would be in this room. They are all unfamiliar faces.
My character acknowledges that she knows the Dragonborn, but then she kind of glares and looks over the rest of the party.
Okay. You look past look over and see. You guys hear a slight creak from the back door, but nothing else. As it kind of opens slightly and then nothing.
Abel throws his hands up in the air. I made it open again!
You then see just. So everybody make a perception check for me. Let's see who sees this change. Okay.
27, critical hit.
13.
13.
13, 7, 27.
6.
Abel!
7.
Okay, Abel, you see from the corner of your eye a very familiar face from an island that you were stranded on. You see Samuel. And he goes, "Hello, everyone."
Hello, sir.
Hi. What happened to the rest of your group?
Turned into a bear and points at Barry.
I know, Barry.
Cameron abandoned us before we left
Huck
the
looks
island.
very surprised at that.
Yeah. Tamarin abandoned us before we left the island, and we lost Blaze in a dungeon. He was taken by a shadow demon. Or sorry, not Blaze, Dracus.
Yeah.
I forgot his
Same
name.
player,
Nice.
same player, wrong character.
So Samuel knows every single one of you guys because he is basically secondhand to the queen, Hawk, you would know this, and Knight, you would know this, and Loach, you would know this, that of Samuel's status, but he is also just, like, he is friends with the Queen, he is secondhand, he is like an informer, and etc., and he is ultimately a cartographer. So he makes maps for the kingdom and goes out and looks, and like that's kind of like his hobby. That's his thing that he likes to do. He does it willingly for the queen, etc. And you know him kind of as like, oh, he's the guy that really likes animals and not being around
Yeah.
places and talking to like plants and animals.
Given my pastime,
He's also a furbog, so
given my pastime, would my relationship with him be amicable or less than?
I think Samuel wouldn't be too he's willing to talk to everyone. He's very he's a shy individual. He's very open with the queen, but he stays kind of to himself. Like if you were to talk to him, he'd openly have a conversation with you. But he's
Okay.
very much like to himself. So, but he is obviously here in the room. But here, I'm going to give Samuel's description again, just so everybody knows it, because it's probably been a bit. Samuel is a green-haired furbolg. He has a bushy beard, mustache as well. He obviously has like the nose, kind of like a cow look within as a furbolg. He stands about 7 feet tall. He's very large, and he has one. He wears a blue cloak that goes all the way down to his feet. He has very plain clothes on the inside, but he has a crystal that hangs around his neck. That is where his transportation crystal hangs. He has his clothes are normal. The only thing that's very strange about Samuel is his plant arm. Like he has an arm that is completely made out of vines, but has like fingers and such, and like has bits of that growth. And I believe that's a good enough description for him. Do you guys kind of have an image in your head?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, he goes, I'm sorry, the queen is out helping the town right now, but has sent me to accompany you for right now and to get you settled. And he gives Kazian a look and realizes everything, and he just kind of nods at you, and kind of like a friendly nod of that he now like knows that you know.
Kazian's just gonna kind of shake his head and just not meet Samuel's eye at this point.
Okay, Samuel is very understanding. He seems pretty like he can read a room pretty well, but also is just kind of like, I ain't gonna say anything if you guys don't feel like it. So he also says, we have quarters for you, but they're. What would you like to do first?
I prefer dimes over quarters, but quarters will be good.
Is that? I'm just so stupid. That's such a bad joke. Why am
But
I
it's what Abel would say.
If he knew what a quarter was. Samuel just kind of like waits and sits and is like, looks at Hawk and looks at Knight and she's like, would you like to accompany us? Or
Yeah,
what?
we'll come along.
I
I mean,
guess.
we have many. Okay, so Samuel just kind of be like, okay, let me give you your options. First, we have training areas. We have an area for, well, the queen has given me, or given permission to give you guys the temple outside of the castle walls, or outside the town walls. It's
Wait,
empty.
did you just say the words, give us a temple?
Yes, it's very small, but it should be enough for you all.
Whose temple was it?
It's been abandoned the entire time that we've been here, honestly. We haven't really tried to check it out. But like there's people that go in and out of it, but it's outside of the safe area of the town. But the queen says that she's eventually going to grow it to that with your coming.
Welcome, guests. Have the haunted house.
Let's go to the temple.
She also thought that you might want a place to have of your own for the time being. That isn't because you may not be used to elves way yet.
So it's our headquarters.
Name it as you will, but you may want to look at it first and do some things to it because it's livable. But you're gonna need to do your own thing to it.
Oh god, you're giving us a fixer-upper, aren't you?
It's a secret base. Let's go.
Abel, it's not secret.
So-
it's out in the open and people know what to do.
Oh, you know. There
Yeah,
are...
please, lead on, Sam.
So where would you like to go first? Would you like something to eat? Would you like to go to any of the shopping areas that we have here in town? We have just where you want to go. What you want to go to the temple first? Yes? No? I'm trying to read the whole thing. You got a lot of faces here.
I wouldn't mind going to the temple and getting Barry settled in. Barry,
Okay.
you remember Samuel, right?
Barry is very, very happy to see Samuel and is like immediately when Sam kind of showed himself. If any of you guys actually had been paying attention to Barry, he was smelling Samuel the entire time until.
Oh, I hadn't set him down. Since we haven't gotten the whole sit thing down yet, I don't trust him out of my arms.
No, you have sit down. You don't have stay.
That's right. We have sit and tackle.
Yeah. Remember that. You have sit.
So yeah, I would
not have stay.
Okay, then yeah, I would have had him next to me on the ground then. So yeah, he would have been second.
He leads you out of the chambers, takes you out past the guards, looks at them, and the guards are like now more at attention seeing Samuel, a very large individual. They know exactly who they are. And then they see you and the entire group and everyone as you begin to kind of not move through the town. Let me get to my town map. Okay. So you guys go out. There's a trail throughout the town. And the town, most of the buildings are very stone. There's not much wood look throughout the area. And there's a lot of just like stone buildings. There you can see what is a area that could be a forge, a town hall. Well, actually, no. The town hall is obviously the castle. My bad. You see
like a meeting hall or something?
Yeah, like a meeting hall. You see a large river to your left as you enter out. And he takes you to the to your right. God, I'm trying to think. I'm looking at this map upside down. Let me just turn it around. Okay, so you guys move out. There is a river to your right that is coming from the ocean. You guys can see this vast ocean in front of you over these buildings, and the whole area kind of comes down through a hill, and so you're able to kind of see, and you see the docks, you see housing, you see different parts of the market in the area, and he takes you to the left, walks you up a road, past it a little bit, and you go past, and you can see like a graveyard to your back. You pass a lot of houses and buildings, and it's a very large kingdom area, but it's a coastal area. You come out, and there are these large walls that are away from the ocean, and you enter in deeper into the city. Abel, you can easily pick out these different things with your background of what everything is, and you are easily able to get yourself familiar with what moving around, and you seem to be hopping from place to place very easily.
Yeah, Abel's very excited to be back in a city setting.
Yeah.
Can I make a perception check or whatever check needed to like keep an eye out for some things that look like secret passageways or thieves' cant or various things like that?
Sure. Make a perception check. Do-do-do-do.
16.
Okay. You see a few like sewage areas throughout the town. There's houses and whatnot. There's a few alleyways, but it seems like you would have to take the time to actually really search. But you are currently with a group being walked and everything. You kind of are staying to the group, not really. Yeah. But you can see a few things that you take a note into your mind, and you're like, okay, I can probably check those things later.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You guys get to the wall. There is a large metal gate that is slowly lifted up so that you all can be able to go past it. And the moment you get past these city walls, it is forest. Like, it is a vast amount of forest. But it's all about a mile off. And then you see, just at the head of the forest, there is a building. It looks to be about 2 stories. There is the make perception checks for me as you're walking towards it.
Everyone.
Sure.
9.
Anybody that wants to pay attention. Wow, Shop. I'm glad there's no combat going on today.
I'm
showing
rolling so badly.
10. Kit. So, never mind.
What?
To the Samuel is I'm gonna point up to it and be like, "Is that it?"
Yes. Thank you. That would be your guys' new whatever you want it to be.
Action dash and bonus action dash. I want to run up to it as fast as humanly, or as half.
Okay. As you guys see, Abel just kind of booking it towards it. I will say that Hawk and Silverwolf, you were able to kind of tell that it is definitely an old building. In the amount of time that you've been to L, you've never actually had to go outside the walls. The only one that you know that has ever actually had to go outside the walls without using any form of like transportation through your wyverns or anything has been Rust, who who is very familiar with L. Like, he knows it.
And we wouldn't have approached from that direction when we came to L.
You guys probably would have come from the ocean, like on a ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But as you guys begin to walk, Abel, you see this first. There seems to be like a glowing kind of shimmering look around the city. And then there is you feel a slight flash, and then you jump through it seems like some kind of a protection, not for the city. But quickly, like 100 feet away from that, you get right to the front of what is this large temple-like building. It has no real symbols. There is branches and stone all around it. It has a large gate, slightly cracked. It's still holding up the doors and everything, but it definitely does not seem like anybody's lived here or used it for a very, very long time.
Important question: is there a window on like the second floor?
Yes. There is what seems to be a large opening onto the second floor. What the second floor is that it's kind of like a tower in the back. And then there's like a large opening through it.
Okay. In able fashion, I'm going to slowly start climbing up the wall to get through that opening.
Okay. You are able to slowly climb up the wall, being that you have a climb speed.
Is he doing this?
Huh?
Is he doing this stealthily?
I don't know. Is he? Abel, are you?
No. Abel so far trusts what Samuel has told him and has considered this his personal playground at this point.
Okay.
So we would see him doing this.
Yeah, when you catch up, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Puck's just sort of, to no one in particular,
course.
just goes, excitable little bugger, isn't he?
Okay, Abel, I'm going to put into the note chat what you see as you enter into the area. Okay, so...
And Abel would try to time it so that like he's in the window by the time the group is catching up.
So you get this, Abel. As you enter in, you find that there is a large metal bell, broken. It has a large crack through it that is on the ground in front of you in a very... It's about a 10 by 20 room. You would have, and it is like there's just stone all around. So
Can I take? Oh, okay. Okay, I see that.
and there's a stairwell to your
To downstairs. Okay.
Yep.
Abel's gonna take the rapier and slowly just start tapping on the bell, so it's like ting ting if it can.
Okay.
And that will entertain Abel for the rest of the long while the party does their thing.
Okay. As you hit the bell, it's just kind of like it's like a child hitting like something like a playground metal bar, just ding 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 ding. Being that it's not like up in the air, so it can have very much vibration or freedom of vibration that a normal bell would have.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. The rest of you make it to the very front of this temple. My brain just went for a second. It is stone. It looks old. It looks like it's dusty. It looks. You enter in and you find that it is a large chapel room. There is actually like wooden benches, but they are old. Like they would probably not be safe enough to sit in, but you could totally use it to burn. There is a uprising in the middle of the room, or at the very end of the room, and a pedestal for what you would imagine would be preaching for those. Like Aurora would know this. Like she would be able to actually communicate what's usually within a temple in the first, that part being that she is a cleric, but not with us today. Would people like to start looking around? There is a door to your left, and two doors to your right, and as you look past the pedestal, there's a door back there.
I'm gonna go to the door to the left.
Okay. You open that up, and you see what is a barren kitchen. There is an area for like a stove and such. It's made out of steel, with the right kind of being a fisherman and stuff, and being like you've cooked your own meat, etc. You know that this is old, but could probably work if fixed up correctly.
Place to cook.
And then there is also, as you enter in the kitchen, looking around, there's another door to your right.
Kaz is gonna go for the door behind the like pulpit thingamadoodle.
Okay. As you open into there is a door to your left. Yes. There is an opening straight forward to you. It is a archway. It is about 10 feet high. And then you see another door to your right that is actually broken down, and it's a very, like, it's actually got some light coming in through there. This whole area is pretty decently dark, but everybody here has dark vision. Abel, you're not having very much problem, being that you're through a window, and it's about midday right now for you guys. So you guys
Alrighty, sounds good.
sunlight. So, anyone else want to look around?
Is Samuel
at some
standing
place-
around?
Huh?
Is Samuel standing around?
Yeah, he's just kind of like sitting there,
Yeah.
waiting.
So
Like he's at your guys' like beck and call. Basically, any questions you may have, just let him know.
yeah, I'd probably go up to him and just be like, "So, why haven't I ever heard of this place before?"
Well, I don't know. You guys haven't really been outside of the like you're usually going over to Tella. Let me get into Samuel's voices because I just went into mine. You guys are usually going into Tella, or you're going to Tella usually to do your whole thing, and you like to hunt there a lot. I know that. Even when you're not supposed to, not be over there doing your work. So you visit there a lot. And I know that your thing that is over on the other side. So you usually probably wouldn't come to this part of the city. You know that there's 3 gates to the city. There's one on the other side of the river. There's one on, like, more towards the north of the city. And then there's one which you guys went to, which was the west side gate. And you usually go hang out around the east side. Oh, no. No, I had that flipped. You usually go to the west side gate, and this is at the east side gate.
Okay.
So,
2 linked questions. Is it common for the queen to have guests here?
she obviously has like her friends that come by from her past. You know of the queen of Drug. You know of the lord of Cliffgate, Diedrich. And you know of the lord of... I'm trying to remember all my cities at once. You know the lord of... Fuck, how do I say that
Venteris?
name? It's... Why the hell? Oh, the lord of Venteris, yes, you know him. He usually doesn't come and visit. He's usually to himself. He's very... Like, he's a grumpy old man, but the queen
The
has
Lord of Fuck.
Sorry, it is
I'm
pronounced
trying to remember.
Fook.
This is an Austin
Why?
Powers.
I'm just going through, like, literal, like, things that I've written down.
You wrote them and still can't read it.
Fook me.
You know, there's a lot of stuff here, okay? There's a lot. My brain forgets things. You know of the Lord of Alotois? His name is Alo. I didn't think of a name for him yet. As a DM,
All I
didn't
heard
think
was
of
twat.
It's Alotois. Alotoin. Which you know that Lindy is from there.
The follow-up question. Would I know what sort of lodgings guests normally get, and how this would compare?
Guests would usually stay in their guest room, or the guest area of the castle. Like if they were just staying there for a little bit and leaving, like just for a visit.
So it's a bit odd that they're getting set up in an abandoned temple outside of the city walls.
Yep.
All right,
This is definitely not the normal. Like the queen usually doesn't just give a building to somebody.
Okay. So Hug will probably still talking to Samuel, just seems a little strange setting them up in this here abandoned temple. We've got guest rooms in the castle.
Yes. There's some things that the queen has told me not to share. It is not for other people to know quite yet.
All right.
You guys can go do your looking around if you want.
Is there
Kazian.
a hallway?
Oh, sorry. Who's next?
I was just curious if that's a hallway behind the bell on the right side.
Make an investigation check for me.
Just a second, I need to switch to the right chat.
Yeah, please do. Do. Anybody else wanting to look around while Abel's trying to type this out would be great, so we don't have moments of silence.
What's the room through the arch?
On the other side.
The room through the arch is an open door. It's a large kind of L-shaped room. There's a door to your right, and then there you can see there is a stairwell to your left, up in the corner. And it goes up and down. It is spiral in shape.
Okay, and
21.
I think Blaze
21.
had a thing too.
You begin to actually inspect the room, and you find what is a secret door.
I'm going through it as quickly and quietly
You
as I can.
hit a stone, it pops in, and you see the wall go and open
All I'm
up.
going to
And
say
you
is
get hit with a
Coraline.
big old amount of weight, just air just hit your face as air suddenly enters into this room. And it is like old air, old ass air. Like you were hit with a musk.
Okay. Abel's gonna like peer in for a second and like see about lighting, immediate ambiance of the room, so on and so forth.
Okay. So there is no light in this room. You get just a very dim light from behind you, from the big opening. You guys are probably going to end up needing to set up like torches and stuff to be able to actually see at night. Being that this place isn't very well lit. But there are like old torch holdings and stuff in some of the rooms as you look through it.
Alright, yeah, I was about to say that Abel would take a torch out of the explorer's pack and then venture into the room.
Okay. As you enter in, it is a very barren room. It had like there's spider webs and such, but they're very tiny, not little spiders that have made their home. It is actually full of webs, but like it doesn't seem like there's been much in this room for a very long time. But it's a secret room in a temple that you've been given. Pretty cool.
Yeah, Abel is like has the biggest fucking grin on his face and he just goes, I found my room. This is mine.
You have a completely dark room. Congratulations. You also find like the switch to open up the door from the other side.
Secret room in the bell tower. Can we be more stereotypical?
Abel is now the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you guys the layout of the main floor. So give me a second as I take a picture of it. Actually, I'm going to give you the entire layout. So you get the upper, lower, or the upper, main, and then the basement area as you guys begin to do your search around. Boom.
Yeah. And as soon as Kazian can get Sam alone, he wants to talk to him.
Okay. You guys take a second, kind of go into a room where nobody else is, and you begin to have a conversation. Hello? Lord Kazian.
Hello, Mr. Roboto.
Oh, like a robot? Damn it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Shit. Why
It
did
keeps.
my
It's
signal?
going.
Oh, okay, it's
It's
probably
just
'cause
going
it's
in
loading.
and out. Is all.
There you go. Okay.
You're better.
It was because the picture was loading, so it was using a bit of my Wi-Fi and stuff. So. But that is your guys' layout, by the way.
Perfect. Sam. Did you know?
I could easily tell. I've known the Queen long enough.
I tried to find information about her and I couldn't find anything. How the hell did she become queen, and what's up with this party of hers that went through that dungeon? Do you know?
So, I've been friends with the Queen since, I guess, after you were born. Because I made friends with her afterwards. But she was friends with my father. What the hell was that? Okay. But all I can say is what she's not what people know. Her and her party back in the day, they were a young adventuring party comprised of 4. They eventually became larger, but they stumbled upon Elle a long time ago. But there was a war going on, and they got wrapped up in the middle of it. But they were these strong, harrowing individuals, and they made a very large part of ending.
All right.
She's also... There's some things that you may want to talk to her about.
Oh, there's a
And
lot of
know
things
that
I need to talk to her about, and she's not going to be happy about some of them.
I get it,
But
understand.
I wanted to know, and I couldn't find anything when we were on In Terrace. I figured you're
Samuel's
knowledgeable,
gonna,
so you could have told me a little bit. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Samuel's gonna look at you and just be like, know that if she could, she would have been there every single day.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Sam. And I appreciate your friendship, so thank you. And thank you for caring for
Always.
Barry when you did. Unfortunately, he's going through the teething phase right now, so be careful if you have
And
any
as
wooden
you say
objects.
that, you see him chewing on a door.
I go, no, Barry, no. And I put one of the dragon turtle claws, like I just toss it at him and be like, chew on your claw.
He happily takes the claw. He just like,
I'm gonna make sure he doesn't destroy the whole building. Thanks, Sam. And Kazian's just gonna turn and walk away.
Okay. And he just kind of like comes out with you. So, anybody got any questions about the place? Are you wanting to ask questions? Or
What?
This is your layout. You guys have, down in the basement, people that have gone down there, there is a small fountain of water that is coming out of the wall. It makes a very small pool.
Is this oddly shaped area up in the top corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the odd. It is, and you see that there are some fallen rocks onto the side, and just a little bit of mining material as well. Like, there's some old mining tools here. So, yeah. Do with it as you will. Make it your own. If you let me know if you guys want to like change some things, take some rooms. But yeah, this is your guys' area. Like, this is your... It's gonna probably take some fixing up from what you guys know and make it actually livable, and you'll probably want to get some people to take care of it while you're gone, or whatever you guys do. But yeah, you guys now have your own space. Name it as you will.
We can do that above board later on.
Yeah, you guys can. What would you guys like to do? I don't know. I'm going to be silent for a second. You guys let me know what you want to do. Just tell me.
At this point, Abel would come running downstairs, just like more excited than anything. Is, I love this place, and then run through just some other door and keep exploring.
Okay. If you're going to go to the first door, you enter into a room that's literally just a square room. After going downstairs, it is a square, empty room. It smells old.
Throws both his hands up, turns around, runs out, goes through the other door.
Okay, there's an opening, and you enter into a room where there's a door to your right, and there's a door to your left on the wall that you just came through.
Door on the left.
And then there's a door straight forward.
Door on the left on the same wall that I came through.
Okay, you enter into a very large library.
He's gonna just start mining through whatever book he can find on magic.
Okay, these are like old books. Like, you can tell that it's a library because there's like shelving to it, and there's like a few books and there's scrolls and such. But what these books are like written in is old language. Like, there's like the best way that I can describe it is that this is a library of things that people have left here.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
make an investigation check and let's see what you find.
It's all written in Zimnian.
Gonna type.
Zimian. Do. Abel, show me what you got.
22.
22. Okay. You are able to find what looks to be like a book that has some arcane and things. You can understand very little of it, but you know that it has different magical properties of it. It's kind of like a mix of like there's some common in there, but it's like basic common. Like it is old common.
Okay, Abel takes the book, clutches it like to his chest, and sprints back up to what he has claimed as his room and puts it in there, and then comes back down.
Okay, you run up, run down. Anybody else want to do things, or are we just going to let this be Abel's running around investigating things?
If at any point Abel blasted past me, Huck would just sigh, reach into the bag, pull out a jug, take a nice long swig, recork it, and put it back in.
For anybody that sees Huck, he has this very large jug. He swigs it. It has a very interesting symbol on it, whatever you've chosen as the symbol, and yeah. Okay. Samuel looks at everybody and is just like, I guess choose whatever rooms you want. We'll go shopping or whatever you want to put in it. I'll take you. I know a good shop and a good owner here in town. The queen has given me a good amount of money to put into this thing for you.
I want the room just off the kitchen.
Okay. That's one of the larger bedrooms, but yeah.
Kazian's gonna take that room off the library, and is that a balcony or something?
So the library is the full thing. As you look out, there is a window, and through that window you can see a garden.
Ooh.
There's a garden there. It's not well kept, but it is, like, you can see that there are some things growing there. Like, it has weeds, etc., but it definitely doesn't seem like bad soil.
Yeah, so on the right side, that upper room closest to the library is the one Kazian
Okay, so the one that, like, Abel ran into and then came out of is like, whoo!
Yeah, pretty much.
I think Aurora would probably take the room that is right next to the library, just down there next to the
that
chapel.
little one against the back corner.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say that. God damn it! I wish I had a pen so I could be able to mark all this shit, but we'll mark it later. My pencil broke when I brought it in. Sad DM here. So I think that's everybody. Oh wait, Loach, are you taking a room here? Or are you being like, nope?
Yeah, she doesn't trust the place. She's not taking a room.
Okay.
She's gonna go back to the palace and sleep.
To the castle.
Yes.
Okay, we'll just have that awkward moment of,
Well, screw
Princess,
you,
Loogie.
I
Okay,
prefer to keep
so
my sanity.
you guys coming? Does anybody care about the basement at all? Like,
There's a
know.
basement.
Yes, there's a basement. I just
That's
told
what
you
that
guys.
circular space is.
Let's
It
check
has
the
It has an
basement.
area for water. It has a mining area. It has some old mining tools, and you guys can see that there's been like rocks that kind of
I'll investigate the basement.
Okay. Roll an investigation check for me.
I want to to.
That is a
Okay, roll
15.
Okay.
Hold on.
Loch. Roll investigation.
Oh.
Secretly hoping this is a place where we can grow our own healing crystals.
At the very least, I suspect we can grow our own weed.
Yeah,
I feel like Blaze will be quite skillful at that.
I
The
might
amount
be.
of-
Especially at about 4:20 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Hey,
Oh.
he picked the name. He knew what he was getting into.
Okay. Loach, you are Dragonborn. You cannot see down here at all. You are having a hard time.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, fuck it. Blaze, as you come and look around in this large, vast area, there's very little down here. You kind of search along the mining tools, and you come across what is a gray, small gray bag.
There you go, Donna.
What am I looking at?
I marked the rooms.
Oh, thank you.
Abel's actually going to do something a little sneaky. He's going to move the book from the back room to the bell room and the torch outside of that, and then reclose it and keep it in the main area where the bell is.
So wait, where are you putting what?
He's claiming the entire second floor.
Oh, okay. But you're just gonna so are you tossing the bell outside of the freaking window?
No, I'm not tossing the bell out of anything. I'm just moving the book that I had taken and the torch out of that room and reclosing the back room so it just looks like a regular wall. And it will appear, because no one else has come up here yet, that I've just claimed the entire the bell room as my room.
Okay, alright, Batman. Freaking
Now he can brew.
scowling area. Now you can scowl from above. You've got
Abel doesn't scowl. He smirks deviously.
Scowling is my job.
But yeah,
Literally, you get paid to scowl.
yeah. That's true. Okay.
Weed is spicy.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. So you take the upper area. You're gonna probably want to make some kind of a window or something, unless you want just that nice cool breeze coming.
No. Leave the open window on a coastal area. That'll be great for the wood floors and joists.
To be
It's stone
fair,
floor, by the way.
We're going to go in town in a second, right, anyway? So,
Yeah, you guys are gonna go in
Yeah.
town.
yeah.
to be fair, Abel kind of grew up on the streets. I'm not sure how much he.
Oh no, I
Air?
assume this whole reaction is because this is the first house he's had in I don't even want to know how long.
I
For-
think 9 years.
Isn't this technically the first house that you've had? Being that you were what?
The first one that doesn't have wheels on it, yeah.
Yeah, this is your first.
Kazian
this
grew
is-
up in if you've ever seen Romany wagons,
Mhm.
yeah, that's the kind of thing he grew up in. It was a house, it just had wheels.
Yeah. Kazian's also a little preoccupied and an adult. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, what? Nice.
I give that an 8 out of 10.
My
Yeah.
demon is pleased.
Feed me, master.
It's back.
This bow might not be worth it.
Okay. So I'm gonna take you guys into town. Fuck. Okay. Okay, let me collect myself really quick. Okay, let me see notes.
Feed me.
We're gonna need to put the bow on the t-shirts.
Oh my god, we need Aludra. I might have another commission for you after this.
Okay, so Samuel asked, do you guys wish to go to the Shattered Crystal? They have stone and building materials that you can use there, or the Mighty Forge, where you can have your own things made.
Let's go for the broken crystal, shattered crystal, whatever it is.
Shattered Crystal, yes.
I'd like to have a real door and windows, and maybe have a gardener come out and tend to the lawn.
And I want my kitchen to be updated.
Yeah, a working kitchen would be great, especially the way this one cooks. Made us some great dragon turtle.
Oh.
Next on HGTV.
Kazian's gonna take out a piece of dragon turtle jerky and just be like, "You want to try some?" Oh wait, you're a vegetarian. Never mind. And he's gonna take a bite.
Yeah. Thanks. No. So he takes you to the crystal, or the Shattered Crystal. There is a small dwarf gentleman, but this is a gray-skinned dwarf. He has a large, bushy beard. Am I roboting?
No, you're good. I was saying, is it a Duragar?
Yeah. You would. Would you know what a Duragar is? Would Kaz know?
I don't think so. That's outside of character knowledge.
Okay, yeah, he's a Duragar for people to kind of have an idea, but he's got like a red beard. He seems like he may but his skin's a little bit lighter in that form. And he says, "Hello, friends. Welcome. What can I interest you in today?"
Well, we just took possession of that old abandoned temple outside the city, and we could use a bit of building materials and workmen and such to tidy it up.
Oh, yes. I have good connections with that. I'll have my sons out there if you wish to procure our services. It's going to cost you, I'd say,
Kaz
5
looks
gold
at
a
Samuel
day.
the moment cost is mentioned.
And the dwarf gentleman looks up and looks at Samuel and be like, "Oh, all right then. What do you want?"
Can we say that we have that conversation, but then over the next week or so we can all talk about it in the chat? And
you guys have that whole conversation, etc. You guys go through the whole thing, buying what you want, doing whatever the heck you need to.
Making Abel's room the greatest combination of pastel goth and edgelord ever. Or am I off the mark,
kawaii.
Wendy?
It's very kawaii.
You wouldn't 100% be wrong.
Ooh, you know?
Maybe a little bit of look in there.
We'll let Aurora know what's going on so you guys can all work with that. You guys make it through the day. It's now nighttime, and you guys make it to, well, I guess, would you guys like to go back to the temple, or would you like to go to the castle?
I assume we would have gone back to our
I would
quarters.
like to eat.
Huh?
I assume that food is at the castle, so yeah, food.
Yeah. So Samuel does bring up a whole thing of just there'll be a dinner tonight for you in your honor. Coming back there, you will actually be able to meet the queen. She is very busy, and you guys. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna make a big deal about that one. You guys get some pretty nice clothes for the dining area into the thing.
Abel looks very uncomfortable in the clothes.
Huck will put on his good overalls.
Kazian's gonna shine up his armor, I guess. It's what he's got.
Yep. Well, Samuel takes you guys out to go get nice clothes. Like being that you
then
guys, he can
give
see
me a
that you guys are like
moment.
torn to
I-
freaking shreds from being on the
give
island.
me a moment.
and-
I am going to Google and post what Kazian's getting.
Okay. We'll see that throughout the role playing experience of this awkward dinner. You. Okay. You guys get to a nighttime area where you are entered into a large dining hall. Knight and Hawk, you guys are used to this kind of thing, but it is very well lit. And it is just you, Hawk, or it is Knight, Hawk, and the party all together with the Queen and Loach. Your mother is actually there.
Yay! Mother, did you get my letter?
Why, yes, daughter. I did. Did you enjoy your adventure?
Yes, quite, but I ended up crying about what I sent you a letter about.
Oh, yes. You know, I always knew that your brother was going to be okay. It was hard, and I know it affected you the most. But I'm glad that you were able to be given some closure, and that also helps with my closure as well. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm freaking losing this I'm trying to do a soft Scottish accent thing here,
The
but it's just
brew
going
cannot
British.
be resisted.
I can't do it. I'm slipping so far into a freaking English accent. I can't do it.
It's
I'm
so bad.
I'm
Okay.
bad at accents.
See, this is the problem with the English. They always slither in. They steal your accent.
Now, Kazian, we actually have British, fans.
Do we?
I think so.
I'm still not positive our fans aren't all a bunch of bots, so.
You know what? At least if we have English fans, they probably know how to take a joke, and they'll probably dish one out at us too.
They recognize the fact that our accents are atrocious anyway.
Yes, and they're probably laughing at it all the freaking time.
We are a
Oh
joke.
my god.
We are
Okay.
best joke.
Question about the dinner, Donna.
Okay, yes.
Other than the two of us, how many of the other Wyvern riders are there? Any of them?
There's only the two of you.
Okay. Would that be?
You know that Russ takes like a lot longer than everybody else, being that he's in charge of covering L, and it takes a lot longer to do L than it would any of the other islands, being L being the largest.
Okay.
That, and he doesn't like, he very much doesn't like formal occasions.
Yeah. That too. Kazian, you see the Queen, Cristelia.
I don't look at her, I don't talk to her, and I avoid her at all costs.
Okay.
Like, anytime she comes near him, he finds an excuse to leave.
She seems to just kind of be like at the end of the table, and she just kind of like gestures to everybody, like sit, enjoy the food. There is a large feast of giant boar. There is turkey, ham, I almost said ham and pig. I'm a dumbass. There's cow. There's like all these roasts. There's breads. There's food that you guys haven't ever really seen before, and there's plenty of like vegetables and things that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Kazian is definitely like farthest seat away from her then. And just he's not really eating.
Okay.
He's just picking at his food.
Huck's gonna pull that jug back out and plunk it down on the table.
Okay.
Loyuk is just gonna try to keep herself from going ham on the food.
Blaze is just gonna eat his heart content.
Okay. Kazian, you hear for the first time your mother's voice saying, I hope the castle, or the castle is to your liking, and the temple, you will make the best of it. All of you.
Like I said,
everybody-
he's not responding to her, so if she's
Okay.
talking to the group, somebody else better talk.
Was that to the group?
Yeah, that was to the group.
She's yelling from the far end of the table at him.
With a very soft voice. She's just like, I hope everybody enjoyed themselves today. Samuel, thank you for taking charge and helping them out today. I know that they were a little more used to you, being that you met them on the island. Also, I'm very sorry about how that boat trip happened. That was not planned at all. Those shites of Jeblins, they plague the water outside of El. Suck. And silent.
Thanks for the help.
Abel keeps asking for beef to be passed to him.
Okay. The
Huck's
queen
gonna-
now, it's a very awkward vibe within this area. She just kind of turns to Huck and Knight and be like, you want to show them the training area?
Before
Maybe
we get to
they'll be
that,
more
in
interest-
response to Abel asking for beef, Huck's gonna pick up a piece and just lob it at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch it.
Roll the attack.
Abel
Roll the
is like a
attack.
piranha.
Attack? Will this be with
Let's see if it hits him in the face. Huh?
Is
Are
this
you
with
You
proficient
do
or
not
with
get your
meat?
proficiency.
Okay.
Because you don't have... Do you
14.
have the unarmed? I don't believe that hits...
Nah.
I do not believe that hits Abel.
AC 17.
So you see him go to... Oh, what?
AC 17, that will miss.
Okay. You see Huck go to throw at Abel, being a very small target, across the table, and it
It's
just
not.
flies off.
It's not meant aggressively. It's just sort of jokingly and good fun. Just
Okay. I know it's not meant to be aggressively. I'm just seeing if you can beak it to him so that he can actually catch it.
okay.
You kind of fail.
I got close.
Abel goes over and picks it up and starts eating it on his way back.
Oh, God. The queen kind of just looks and goes, yeah, okay.
Oh my god. The amount of discomfort on that halfling's face, Abel, is so accurate to you.
Aurora. No. I don't know. But yeah, the queen goes to you two, Knight and Huck, and be like, would you like to show them your areas and your training area? Maybe your wyverns?
Yes.
Might as well.
I don't think any of them want to talk to me.
I suppose we could.
Sure.
As long as it's not their special areas, because that'd be weird.
Knight just
The
kind of
small
looks down
hand,
at Abel and shakes.
Bridge of
shakes her head.
nose, exasperated sigh.
The small one's a little weird, Your Majesty.
Abel.
I can tell. Who's leading?
Knight
Is
is
it-
trying to talk.
Knight is trying to talk?
Yes.
Sorry. Knight, are you leading, or what are you saying?
Well, I was trying to say that I looked at Abel when he said there's special areas. I just kind of look at him and just closed my eyes and shook my head.
Okay. Did the same thing that Kazian did in the
Essentially.
moment? Yeah. Both faced palm at the same time. Okay. Yeah. So, who's leading the party into this area as you guys go from the dining hall to your training areas?
Knight kind of motions to Huck.
Okay.
Would you like to
I
lead?
suppose I can go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
Kazian
need
is
you to
literally
make a-
on the heels of whoever's leading.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna lead him back to
Okay.
the training area
Cassian
/
and
quarters.
Huck, as you go to open up the door, I need you to make a deck save.
Oh, I am.
I'm sorry. Abel is carrying as much food as he can.
Dex
18.
save. Here comes that one. 4.
For
I mean, there's a 1 in there.
Huck, you see, come out of nowhere, a bucket of water.
A
And
bucket
it
of water.
splashes- Yes. As it now drenches you in just water. And you're just soaked to the bone now. Kazian, you are quick enough to be able to just jump out of the way and be like... And you hear a slight chuckle as the queen is laughing from the other end of the table.
Pranks.
You
Pranks.
guys
That's
really
what
gotta look out
pays.
for water.
What was that?
You guys really gotta look out for water. You know, you gotta be more careful.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to the little one. He knows what he's talking about.
Huck's just gonna
thank you.
sigh, turn to Abel, and I'm just sort of do that thing where you like flick water off your hands into somebody's face. Just do that to him.
Okay. Abel, water's being flicked into your face. From
I hold my hands full of food.
You hold your hands with food? What?
Yeah, I said that when we left, I'm bringing as much food as I can carry, so like I'm carrying as much food as I have with me.
Okay, I guess roll with disadvantage if you want to dodge the water.
Nope.
Nope? Okay, you take this water straight into your eyes. And
Oh,
And what seems like small droplets to Huck is big droplets to you.
That's the closest thing to a bath he's had in weeks.
This is true.
About a week. Yeah, actually, yeah. In weeks. That's true. Oh, God. So you guys go down the halls, you pass through the chambers, and you enter into what is now the training areas. Would you guys like to just... Huh?
I assume Rigger's going to be in the training area.
Yes, Rigger would
Okay.
be in the training area. Sorry.
Got it.
Your guys' mounts would be in the training area. Please,
Which is also Huck's living quarters.
Yes. You guys
Quartermaster
enter
of the
into
Wyvern Riders.
the room. Please, describe your areas.
You want me to go first, or?
Sure. Knight, Hawk, whatever you guys want to do. Rochambeau. You can't see each other, but yeah.
All right. So I guess you walk into this room, and it's, I guess, would be about maybe 10 by 40.
Yeah.
Seems like a very narrow rectangle until you realize there's a door on the other end of the wall. Basically, what you have just walked into is the fantasy version of a redneck man cave. So there's antlers all over the walls. There's like wooden signs of his favorite chariot racing teams. You know, maybe a sign with his favorite ale just plastered on the wall somewhere. A little bit of plaid in the decorating.
This is great.
Budweiser.
Bud Wyvern.
Oh, yeah.
Got me some Budweiser mixed up in the area.
And you guys also see, the Wyvern's in the room, right?
So there's 2 cabinets, a couch, a bed, and then right in front of the bed there is a large oval pad on which is curled up some sort of a black reptilian creature that perks up as soon as people walk into the room.
That's not a pad. That's a fucking rug.
Yeah, pretty much.
As this reptilian creature perks its head up. It looks at the Huck and just dives at him.
Huck starts laughing.
And then it like literally tackles Huck. And anybody that's right behind Huck kind of gets pushed and shoved out of the doorway. And this thing starts licking his face like crazy and like happy as can be. And as you guys can see, this is a fucking wyvern.
Oh, look how cute.
The hell?
All right,
did
buddy.
you
Let
get
me
a
up. Let me
wyvern?
up here.
Make an animal handling
What
check.
Oh, I am
is
not
going
good at
on
these.
here?
Baby, you'll finally get a good roll.
Not likely. No. No, I did not.
What'd you get?
A 2.
You got a 2?
I got a 2.
Okay. You rolled a nat 1. You're like, stop. You get a whole mouthful of just saliva into your mouth from this wyvern licking you, and it's just not giving up. It's just loving on you, petting, and like laying at you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna reach into the bag, pull out a very small piece, and just chuck it off into the corner area.
Okay, it goes after the piece and starts eating it up.
All right, yeah, so I stand up.
That's what you get for blowing water in my pipe.
So
now Huck is covered in water and saliva.
I repeat, how the hell did you get a wyvern?
Long story involving a bit of death and a Goliath who is way out of his mind.
Night kind of clears her throat and looks at Huck.
Oh, she was there too.
What, do you have a wyvern too?
I do. Would you like to see him?
Is he better
Your room
behaved
is
than
like
that one?
literally right next door to each other. Like your guys' room on a hallway, they're
would,
all like right next to each other.
I would like to point out Huck would probably have selected the room farthest from Night if
Yeah.
possible.
Now your room is about 50 to 100 feet down the hall, but it's over there. And the doors to these rooms are huge. Like they're 20 feet tall and stuff, just so the wyverns can be able to get in and out. So, Night, I'm guessing you're gonna take them to over there.
Kazian asked if Knights was better behaved. He's still waiting for an answer.
I would like to say yes.
Okay. As you guys
Yeah,
go
I'd
to
love
Knight's
to.
room, she opens up the door, and it is very dimly lit. And you hear what is some wrestling in the corner, and just some glowing eyes. As you see the eyes of. Please describe your wyvern to me. In your room.
All right, so you walk in and you see all these raised platforms in the middle, all of varying heights. And then in the far back corner, you see a very tall ledge, which is where the wyvern's nest is. And back in another corner, you see very rocky terrain, but the rest of the floor is almost as smooth as glass.
Okay. And the wyvern, like, what does it look like?
Black Brazilian wyvern? I don't know.
Hawk had an idea of his. I'll say that yours is like a dark black with like what seems to be stars. Like it seems like little bits of shimmer through it, but it's like it's very. It has like for some reason it's able to kind of chameleon into the room a little bit, but all you can see is like bright glowing green eyes coming from the corner as it just kind of like. It's kind of like a cat up on a shelf. That's just staring at everybody, and it's just like you hear.
What's the purpose of those platforms there? Training, or what do you use those for?
Tis for training. He likes to jump from varying heights. Like a cat, he likes to jump onto things.
It's essentially a giant cat tree.
Essentially.
Do you use it?
Woo!
That is kind of a personal question. Would you like to go with that?
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't fucking have bed.
She kind of flexes her claws as a threat.
Huck looks worried and backs off. Wherever you're standing, he just takes about 5 steps backwards.
Good boy.
I'm not used to cats. My apologies.
Huck leans into Kazian. They make my nose itch.
Loic
That's
sees
'cause you're allergic.
Knight flexing her claws and she just shows off hers and says, "I got mine too."
That's
Who
nice
gave
there.
her alcohol?
I haven't had any today.
Would you like some? I pull out a jug and offer it to Locke.
Oi.
Glad everybody's having fun. But yeah, you guys are now into these different training areas. Huck, if you like, for those that want to hang out with in Huck's area, and those that want to like spend time in Nights, let me know.
I did put a map of my room in the game notes for anyone
Okay.
who is interested.
Kazian's gonna wander around the area outside of their rooms.
Okay. There's also there's a large door behind the rooms, like on the other side of the hall or wall. And if you want, you can try and open that, and it would enter. They would probably let you know. That is a giant training area. They have their separate rooms for their own personal training, but this is like a large group training area. It is about 100 by 100 feet. Okay. There are targets on the wall. There are there's stalactites, stalagmites throughout the ground to kind of give terrain, and there's different types of terrain to be able to train in. There's areas of clearing to be able to cast spells. There's areas where it's a very large room with multi-purposes to it. Some of the walls look like they have been scorched and burnt, and yeah, it's very different.
So Abel would have continued eating, awkwardly following the group around, making his off comment, and then he would have at some point finished and wanted to go back to get more.
Okay.
After holding
Abel,
the jug out for about sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Abel, if you were still eating food when you came into Knight's area, Knight, do you think that your wyvern would go to lunge at him with food?
For sure.
Yeah. You suddenly get a giant freaking wyvern that soars from one side of the room right to you and tackles you.
Yeet the food!
It catches the food and then tackles you still.
Can I dodge to any extent?
You know what? Let's see how well it does as a sword attack. That's a natural 18.
Yeah, that'll get me.
You're gonna get tackled, basically. So you're not gonna take any damage, but you are grappled and restrained, and now currently getting licked all about from a wyvern.
Can anyone see Abel's hand?
Back laughing his ass off.
Nope.
No one can see Abel's hand?
I don't think so. But
I don't think anyone can see Abel at all.
But
I'm torn because at this point Abel would have gotten really serious and summoned his Shadow Glass Dagger.
Oh no!
Somebody separate him.
Night, what are you doing? This is your wyvern.
Shadow, down.
You suddenly see this wyvern just sit while still holding Abel, and it's not underneath one of its feet. But Abel, you're definitely not as restrained as you were before. You can try and get out.
Let's
Get the fuck out.
Okay, roll strength or dexterity just to kind of see if you can whittle yourself out.
I'm gonna go with Dex.
Okay. I wouldn't have doubted anything else for a
Make the
rogue.
rogue roll strength. Let's see it.
21! That's not bad.
21.
You are definitely able to wiggle yourself out as this wyvern, like, you are now covered in wyvern saliva. And you are like a mix between a halfling and a blob.
Huck is just going to let out the loudest bellow of laughter.
Abel grumpily walks off, like shaking it off as much as he can, and then like throwing his dagger into the training area, and then just letting it like go back to wherever it goes to, and then gone back to try and get more food.
There you go. So, Abel,
Grumpy people don't like animals.
you would definitely know how to get back and forth, knowing your background between the area, so you're easily able to get back into the dining hall. What you see is now in the dining hall, you see Samuel and the Queen and Loach's mother all talking to each other, and the Queen kind of like make a perception check on her.
Oh fuck. Oh, I feel.
I'm not seeing you. That is a
11.
11. She's definitely not trying to hide it, but she seems like she's kind of trying to hold back some tears.
Abel's gonna like awkwardly like go up to the table and like take a scrap of food, look at her, look back at the food, look back at her, just go, fuck. Put the food back down, wander towards her. So
She kind
he
of
like,
looks at
snaps
you
his
and says,
fingers, points at her. What's up?
Did you just Fonzie my mom?
Not in a seductive way. Not in a seductive way. Think awkward. Oh my god.
So
We don't stand for that in this house.
Abel doesn't know this is your house.
It isn't. My house has wheels.
the Queen looks at you in a saddened voice and she says, I know I wasn't there, but can you tell me anything about Kazian? Like,
Yes. What do you want to know?
just... I know he's a good boy, but I only get to see it for small points of time. What should I do?
Yeah.
Like, what do I need to do here?
I'm not quite the person to be asking about this, but I mean, you're the queen, right?
Yeah, but
Then assert yourself.
what?
I just realized what Wendy is making Abel think she's asking about, and oh my...
No, Kazian, get your mind out of the gutter.
I missed something.
No, Abel, get your mind in the gutter.
Today.
I mean, you can go up to him and be like, "You person, what's up?"
She kind of chuckles a little bit, and she just goes, for some reason, I feel like that may not work. I want him to talk to me, but I don't want to force him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you have a wizard in the town?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Zone of truth.
You guys didn't hear this, but my son just came in here and just ripped a big one.
Just like his father.
Sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just heard a...
I mean, he's big, protective, doesn't put up with my shit all the time, but, you know, he still puts up with me. So why not go talk to him?
Well, I know we've been separated for so very long, and I don't want to force it. Like, if he wants to talk to me, he should come and talk to me. But, like, there's so much that I want to say to him, but I don't want to just let him know. Like, I don't want him to feel like it's an excuse or anything.
How do you know he's not waiting for you to make the first move?
Fuck!
Get your mind out of the gutter, guys.
Not gonna happen at this point.
God, you guys are terrible.
At
Abel's
some
just
point,
awkward.
I
He's
have
not-
to figure out what the other one's talking about.
Abel's just awkward. He's not trying to like make this sexual at all.
I'm not necessarily thinking sexual, but the language is just way too easily misinterpreted.
Touche.
It's like you guys are like listening in from the doorway or something. You guys are just laughing, but you're all just hanging out over at the freaking training area in the castle. I was very forward with his father, and we got along really well, but I don't really know him. I wasn't allowed to be there with him growing up. And
How
I
do
want
you
to start.
know his father?
She gives you just this face of just like, really? And then she not realizes like, oh, and she kind of like goes a little, like, you can see like a little bit of a blush, and she goes, just forget everything.
As she thinks back through the conversation they just had.
And she's just like, oh,
Nice.
never mind.
Abel leans in and just goes, I'm not gonna forget anything.
Okay.
And then
Just tell
awkwardly looks
Kazian
at the
that I'd
table.
like to talk to him, please, for me.
How do you know his father?
I think Kazian would be able to tell you this one.
I think you can tell me.
She goes, Kazian is my son.
Abel's mouth like damn near hits the floor. He's
Which is not that far for him.
exactly.
All the short jokes.
Does her face now kind of like remind me any bit of Kazian at all?
Oh yeah. Now that you actually you're pretty perceptive, but for some dumb fuck reason, you have not realized that she looks almost exactly like Kazian.
Charisma's only a +1, so.
Man, that's a fugly woman.
Oh god. Hey,
Kazian
Dad
is not
liked
an
her.
attractive man. No matter how
What
Aludra
do
draws
I
him.
do with that drawing
I
then?
was gonna say, I don't know, because those cheekbones.
Then what do I need to make him look like? Because
No, the drawing's pretty close. But
I would
that
like to imagine
jawline,
that
if the queen has
Kazian
that
just isn't
jawline-
very well spoken. Like, he's good looking, he's just not very well spoken. You know?
But legitimately,
He's
if
definitely-
the queen has that jawline, she ain't that attractive.
She doesn't exactly have that jawline, but she definitely has them cheekbones.
The I can cut glass with these cheekbones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
I love
baby.
Just for reference, because Aludra posted it earlier, this is the new headshot for Kazian stream.
Oh,
Those cheekbones.
Still not done, but yes, I
It
love
looks so good, though.
Oh, wait, it's not contour, honey. It's contour.
Where did you post it?
It's in the main chat.
It
And
just
then-
hasn't loaded yet for me, I guess.
It's
Oh, no,
Back
it's-
on track.
It's earlier. It's about when the Pepto-Bismol dice got posted. Which also, for
Oh.
our fans' enjoyment, Eludra's new Pepto-Bismol dice.
Yes.
We are getting off track
Alright,
here.
Yeah, back on
bitch.
track.
We're also pushing 2.5 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
So, does Kazian not know that you're the mom?
Oh, he knows.
Still with the.
I know he knows because the queen's like really awkward because she's just like, "Fuck, really? I didn't like. You didn't tell him, really?"
I'm pretty sure Abel probably wouldn't have caught up on that unless she was saying it out loud.
Like she's just kind of yeah.
Well, why don't we all go down there now? We can go in and be like, so how's training going, y'all? And then see where it goes from there.
Okay. She goes, okay, let's do that.
Nice.
She's like,
I'm gonna grab food.
okay. She legitimately just face palms, and the other Dragonborn, and which I guess I didn't describe the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn is like the shiny gold color with very nice robes.
Does it look like but older?
Yes, but shiny gold, like she's radiating a little bit of a light. How shiny she is.
Well, cool. Let's go then. And he grabs like a drumstick of some kind, probably like the biggest one he can carry, and starts walking off, expecting them to follow, like glancing back, making sure they're actually following.
Okay. The queen is like very awkwardly walking behind you and is like, how did I get myself into this?
While
Like mother, like son.
all that was going on, does
Yeah.
Kazian actually have any weapons displayed on his person, or are they all shunted into that dimension?
Would there have been any reason for him to not have worn his hammer as a formal piece, Dono?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he would have his war hammer on his belt then.
Okay, so
Okay.
while we were doing whatever we were doing during that conversation, Huck would have leaned over to Kazian and just gestured to the hammer and went, any good with that thing there?
Quite good, actually. When I can hit.
You, want to have a go?
Actually, yes, I'd love a go.
All right.
I'm assuming there's a training pit in the
Oh yeah, like this is a
communal training
huge-
room.
So you guys kind of have a pick between like a basic like sand pit area. There is a forest area. There is what would be considered a cave type area, a like sand dune type area, like where there's like for some reason there's an arcane breeze of like a sandstorm there, and then like a city kind of like street where there's actually like houses and stuff. Like that they're just cardboard or like cardboard cutout buildings and things. But yeah.
Huck would have pointed these out to Kazian and just went, take your pick.
Oh, Kazian could totally tell just looking around. It's very obvious that these are things in this room.
Well, no, just point out the different areas and went, just take your pick.
I would clutch my staff a little tighter, look at Kazian, and say, "Don't overdo it this time."
I'll overdo it as I like Blaze. And Kazian's gonna just what were the list again, Dono?
So
Of
there's a
available
cave.
terrains?
There's cave, forest, city, desert, like sandstorm desert, and then like just a normal like sand battle pit thing.
He's just
that
going to
you
go
would
for
see.
the normal battle pit.
All right, cool. It is about a 20 by 20 battle pit. It looks a lot like,
The one I fought in already?
Yeah, yeah, from those Toadstool from on Terrace. And yeah, so let me get this going. I guess you guys don't need a freaking battle map for this because you can
Not
kind of
really.
figure it out. No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh,
Initiative?
my back. Yes, roll for initiative.
Okay.
Please.
And I have advantage on initiative.
That would be you
And then
anyway.
if anybody wants to play battle music, that would be great. But keep it low.
I will do my best.
Okay.
That's you, Shop.
Yeah. So it's a 15 for me.
Okay.
It's an
And
11
Huck,
for
you
me.
got. Okay, so Kazian's gonna go first with it, but let's get the battle music going, shall we?
Let me just get the volume set.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
lower,
that's
please.
loud.
Yeah,
That
give me a
is
second.
loud.
Give me a second. I had to scroll up and find what we set it to last time.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. There we
Hey,
go. Some good
d-
ambience.
Hey, Dono.
Yes.
I've got a bit of a question. I don't know if this would apply, but I think it would.
Oh,
I've got a
Yeah.
class ability called Know Your Enemy. You spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside combat. You can learn information about its capabilities compared to your own. Would that apply to
Yeah.
Kazian?
Yeah, what do you want
Sure.
to know?
So
What are you allowed to know?
I'm allowed to know strength score, dex score, con score, armor class, current HP, total class levels, if any, and total fighter class levels, if any. And it says compared to my own. So
Strength, con, dex, AC, HP, and levels?
pretty much.
19, 14, 14, 68, 18, and 5 fighter, 1 ranger.
Whoa there for a second. Let me just let me get this.
I figured you need.
Yeah.
I'll put it in game notes for you.
Okay, thanks.
okay. Okay. Whenever you guys are ready, this music sounds dope.
And it's completely royalty free thanks to Machinima
are we
Sound.
sponsored now?
No.
Okay. So, Shop, make your first attack.
Give me a
That's your
second, I'm
first.
typing.
Okay!
Yeah, because he's gonna swing his
And then
shield
your
off of
armor
his
class.
back.
Yeah, Huck's drawing his spear and his shield.
Okay.
Yeah, so
This is the crystal shield, by the way.
yeah,
Okay,
we're-
awesome.
I would guess we're both just taking the time, get our weapons, our shield ready, and
Yeah.
Kaz is
kinda
gonna give
taking
a
second. Again,
little
whatever.
bow. I think that's everything you asked for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I guess Huck's just gonna see the bow, just sort of like awkwardly return it, not entirely.
Like, you're a little more, Kaz, you're definitely a lot more, like, cultured than Huck. Like, Huck is, like, he's been in this castle probably for a while.
That's saying something?
But, like, Huck was, like, farm-grown,
Yeah, Huck's a farm boy.
bean-pulled man.
No, I mean, that's just saying something, because the only reason Kazian bows is because he's gotten that, formal fighting training with the mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that somebody is more cultured or is less cultured than Kazian, that's a wow.
Yep.
He
Huck is
literally
a
grew up a
hillbilly.
nomad.
Huck is a hillbilly.
Okay. So, and Dono, I will point this out since I'm guessing you haven't gotten a chance to double check it. Revised Ranger with Natural Explorer. On your
Yeah.
first turn during combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted.
Ah, yes, I forgot about that.
You're good.
Let's
Go for it.
see. So that's a +7.
Oh, God.
That hits.
And then just to see if I get a nat 20. Okay, so 21 for my first attack.
That
and
hits.
then let me do the next one.
There's going to be a lot of hitting in this fight.
That one
I'm
does
not
not
going
hit.
to lie. Okay.
Okay, so that's a 21 and a 16 are my 2 attacks.
21 hits, the 16 does not.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Which, Huck, if you want to call it, you can.
And
shield.
I'm swinging versatile, so 2-handed against you.
Okay.
5 damage.
All right.
And then on the second attack, you can, if you want, you can call on the shield.
Oh, it has to be within 2, I believe, correct?
Dealing with your base stuff, it's... Wait, crap.
And he misses within 2. He missed within 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So then it would actually be, like, you would just dodge that. Okay, never mind. My bad.
Yep.
I forgot your armor class.
Yeah, so that's my turn.
All right.
So,
Yep, that's not. That didn't quite go to plan. All right. So I guess I'm just gonna take 2 stabs at you with my spear.
okay.
Don't have much else to do immediately. That's the first strike.
That hits.
That's
Finally
a...
good. Finally
Now
good.
we finally hitting. Good lord.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll for my second one as well.
Okay.
25 and a 22.
Woo!
And hold on 1 second while I look something up really quick.
All right.
Give me a second. I have to figure out something to make sure I have my math right in my head. And on the second attack, I'm going to use my reaction to cast Shield on myself, so my AC jumps to 23.
Okay.
So first one hits, second one doesn't.
Oh,
What
okay.
does shield give you a boost to? Like,
It's plus 5 to AC.
Shield is a reaction to cast, and yeah, it's a plus 5 AC,
okay.
including against the
Yeah.
triggering attack, and you take no damage from magic.
A plus 3 or a plus 4 or a plus 5?
Plus 5, so it jumps my 18
Okay.
AC to 23 until my next turn.
Okay. Just check.
So essentially, just one of his attacks hits me.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to expend a superiority dice to do menacing attack.
Okay.
So I need a wisdom
battle
save.
master.
I need wisdom save from Kazian, and
Wisdom
that
save?
is 13 damage total.
Right.
And I'll stay.
And that's
so
a
this is like the
21 on the save.
Oh yeah, that saves.
first- If you didn't, I wouldn't have. If you didn't save, I would have said that you wouldn't have been able to cast shield. Probably.
Well, menacing attack is frightened, so he probably would have had even more incentive to cast shield.
Oh yeah. Never mind. My bad.
All right, yeah, that saves. That's just 13 damage.
Okay, and... Sorry, I have to do math in my head.
Sure.
That brings me down.
I am a cleric at heart, so a lot of the fighter stuff I don't know all that well.
It's all right.
Please forgive me.
All right, and that swings back to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right.
If somebody else wants to do something sneaky,
First attack is a 24. Second attack is a 10.
First hit, second misses.
Alrighty. 7 damage.
Okie dokie.
Ting, ting. You guys can describe your attacks and how they
Cat-
hit them.
I'm
You know,
Kazin's
just
going
make it
for...
interesting.
Okay.
I would love to, but
There's just a bunch of people that's listening to this, and they're just like, "That'll hit."
Numbers,
that's
numbers,
shot.
numbers.
I have cool attacks, but he close
Kazian's-
range with me.
Kazian's just right on him, going for... First swing is just a downward strike coming down on his shoulder. Second swing that he missed is just across his belly.
I have cool things to do, but I would have to like back up, and I don't have anything that will let me disengage as a bonus action. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
So,
by the way,
As you
Beamer...
go to swing down, you hit. How Huck right into the shoulder, and it kind of rocks him for a second. But as you come back to your next swing, his rock kind of backs him out just enough that it just swings past his gut.
You know what? I just realized something. Since you actually hit me, Shop, I do actually need you to make that dex save.
All right. And by the way, I just put in game notes. That's the hammer you're getting hit with. Dex save, you said?
Yeah, this is for the shield.
Oh yeah, because that was.
It happens when you hit as well as when you.
20 total.
Oh wow, you do make.
Yeah.
So.
I know the shield stats.
Yeah. I know. I know you do, but the people don't. So, as you go to swing for him, he kind of rocks it a little bit off of his shoulder with the shield, and you see a little arcane shimmer come off of it, and you are instinctually able to kind of dodge out of the way enough.
Which I believe Kazian has seen before.
Yeah.
No.
He's only seen the shield once.
Yeah, when Abel had it used against him.
Well,
did you use the shield against Abel?
No, it was back
Abel
when you guys
touched it when you guys went to go meet the Lord, remember?
Oh god, yeah, that was way back. I totally spaced on that. So, yeah, we've seen the crystal shields of the crystal guard then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But you don't know like everything about it, so.
Yeah, I got nothing that'll let me.
We're just fighters, man.
Yeah.
We just slog it out.
Well, you see, I built Huck a little bit differently than normal, but I can't do my cool stuff now.
Did you build like a mid-range battle master?
I built it. Look at the name and see if you can figure out how I built him.
Huck Yeetman, yeah.
I built him around throwing weapons. That's why I have a spear. Yeah. So, I'm going to make a stab attack at Huck. Huck, no,
Okay.
wow. Kazian.
Huck is gonna stab himself. I approve of
Oh, with a giant spear! Oh!
No, at Kazian, and then sweep for his feet with the second attack.
Okay.
Oop. First attack.
Nope.
Nope.
So Kazian just kind of like tucks his shoulder, lets it just kind of graze past him, and then go for the sweep.
Second attack. Wow, no. That is the
No.
exact same
And
roll.
Kazian just like super like just jumps up as you go to sweep for his legs, and dodges your attacks.
Here, quick one. I like it.
Thanks for the compliment. Kazian's gonna say that as he's swinging 17.
Miss.
All right, as
And
he's
actually misses within 2.
okay. So
Yeah.
let me roll my second attack and then I'll give you the dex save.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna say that as he's swinging for your head, and just kind of whistles right over.
Probably clangs off the shield, actually.
And then second attack is a 15,
Miss.
and then I'm gonna burn my action surge. So let me give you that dex save really quick.
Yeah. Because if this knocks you down, that would be a disadvantage too.
17.
Fail.
That's not going to make it. So you get
Yep.
the moment that you go to hit Huck, you slam into his shield, and you just feel this pressure just come straight from underneath your legs as you slam right onto your ass and are knocked
Okay.
prone.
Well, since I hadn't used it yet, I'm gonna use half my move, stand back up,
You're like,
and then burn my action surge for 2 more attacks. 13, that misses.
Yep.
So just another, like, now he's kind of rushing it after he got knocked down by the shield. He's,
he's kind of
first
stumbling
attack.
up, and he's just like,
Yeah, he just kind of rushed the swing. And a 9.
Yeah,
Oh my
no.
god.
You guys are just like Matrix dodging each other. If Matrix had like, medieval weapons and shields and shit instead of guns.
Let's see here. Since I just remembered I had that, do I want to do that? Not right yet. So, yeah, basically he's going. Is Kazian right or left-handed?
He's right-handed.
Okay, so yeah, Huck's just gonna make 2 attacks
Strapped
again.
to his left arm.
What's that?
Shield is strapped to his left arm
All right.
as well.
So yeah, Huck's just gonna make 2 attacks towards Kazian's right side.
Okay.
Yep.
14. I don't think that hits.
Nope.
No.
No.
Just no more
Just straight up,
dodges.
just like dodging. Y'all dodging monsters.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn my own action, sir.
Yeah, Kazian's just like parrying with the like handle of his hammer. Just wah wah.
And good. Just try and do the strike at the head and then a strike to the right side.
Okay. Go for it.
12.
Oh god. Nope, Kazian just goes like, nope, not to my head, I hate that.
Not
This
my
might
pretty
take-
face. Look
this
at
might
these
take a little while.
cheekbones.
And a 14. Wow.
Oh my god. Two fighters
Kazian's like
that
just
can't hit
spinning
anything.
his hammer right now.
You guys suck.
I don't know about Huck, but Kazian glares at Blade.
Oh my god,
Huck is
okay.
just not paying attention to Blaze at this point. At this point, he's getting like just that little bit of frustrated. Nope.
That's within 2, so I'll give you a save in a second.
It is not. It is within 3.
Natural
Wow.
20!
Wow.
Oh, stop.
Ow.
Well, no, the first one was a 16.
My armor class is 19.
Oh, that's right. It has to be within 2 of your armor class. For some reason, my brain got stuck on
Well,
the DC for the shield.
That's a wasted critical hit, so, you know.
What's a wasted crit?
Yeah, you just wasted it. You wasted the crit.
Not necessarily.
How?
Why? Wait, did you hit him, or I thought I was for your save, right?
No, that was the hit. I hadn't rolled the save yet.
There was no
Oh,
save.
okay.
And
I was asking if
Okay.
I needed to roll the save, and then I got confused because I thought it was for the DC,
okay.
not his AC.
My bad. I
DM
misheard.
question.
So here's...
Yes.
Would he even have to roll a save against the hit with a critical?
What do you mean?
I hit him, so would I need to roll a save for hitting him?
No. No,
Okay.
you're good.
That's what I thought. With the critical, it might not need to.
So
I mean,
here's-
if he didn't save and he ended up on his ass and he went to go do the critical, it would be disadvantaged because he's on the ground. But, yeah.
here's 2d10 damage. 18!
Ouch! That one actually hurt a little bit. So for the first,
So the first one, Kazian just kind of he's starting to get a little fancy with it, and he tries to like flick his wrist a little bit, like to make you think the hammer's going for your side, and then he flicks up to go for your head and just misses. And then he just kind of growls to himself and smacks you in the side of the knee.
yeah.
Oh.
And for the first time this fight, actually, you hear Huck actually groan on a hit.
Like,
Like you could tell that one wasn't quite as that one hurt a little more.
It was about the same grunt that Kazian gave out when you hit him in fucking ribs earlier.
Pretty much.
okay.
And then just like as Kazian hits, he's gonna look you in the eye, and you're just gonna get the slightest of nods, just like respect.
Yeah. So Huck just returns it with that sort of half grin, half grimace. That sort of I see you, I respect you, but I'm still gonna try and take you down.
So, Abel, you and the Queen are like halfway to the training area now. Just so you know.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Huck kind of straightens back up after getting kneecapped.
Okay.
And you know he's got a little more new figure. He goes ahead, he makes a sweep at the legs again, and then a jab toward the chest.
Okay.
Let's see. That matches, that hits.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the. I'm gonna do a tripping attack on that one actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll damage for it.
Oh,
And I need a strength save actually from you, Kaz.
Ooh, good. It's my highest save.
13 for that.
12. Oh.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I trip.
You got knocked prone. Yep. So this next attack has advantage.
So that's 13 total damage.
13 total damage on the first hit.
Okay, so yeah, Kazian's definitely groaning as you turn the strike to his ankle after he hit you in the knee.
And this one... Oh, one of those is a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. This is gonna hurt.
And I'm doing another. Wait, can I do that? Yeah, because it's just when I hit. So I'm gonna expend another superiority die to do menacing strike on this one. So I need a wisdom save from you guys.
All right, what does menacing strike do? And then that's 16 damage for me. Okay.
16 damage. Menacing strike is frightened if you fail.
Is frightened a type of charm?
I believe it's a separate.
Okay, I'm just asking because he's half elf, so he's got resistance to charms.
Yeah,
so it would be
I
an
think
advantage
frightened
roll,
is a.
So I don't know.
Pretty sure frightened is a.
Dono?
Huh?
Hey, I gotta get going. I gotta start setting up for my other D&D session.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
No worries.
Anybody that
We'll
needs
say
to
that-
bail, go ahead and bail. Sorry.
I will say that everybody else just kind of gets bored of this and starts leaving and going back to their areas in which they sleep. And it's just Kazian and then like Abel and then whoever else is still sticking around. So
Yeah, but no, Dono. Since with Fey ancestry, I have advantage on saving throws against being charmed. Would the way he's causing fright count as being charmed, or am I just rolling normal?
Frightened isn't a charm.
yeah, frighten isn't a charm. It's an ability.
I never know because I know a couple of people that have always been like, "No, fright is charmed," and I'm like, "Okay, if that's what you say."
I think frightened is a separate condition.
Yeah,
it's different than being charmed. Yes.
Okay, and then what am I rolling for you again?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Thank you.
And I just noticed this. We have the exact same hit point maximum.
I'm not surprised. That's a 15.
That makes it.
I am not afraid, but
You're
I am
not
very
afraid.
hurt.
You're still very hurt. And because he's on the ground, I am then going to back up about maybe 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. So you back up to the wall, away from Kazian, and what do you do?
I'm just getting away from him at this point.
Okay. So you're keeping a distance from him. You are still in a pit with him.
Yep.
Okay.
Kazian is going to spend half of his movement to stand up.
Okay.
He is not looking great. He's going to look at his hand. He's going to look at the wall behind Huck. And then he's just going to put his hammer on his belt and give Huck a very deep bow of respect.
So...
Wait a second.
No metagaming. No metagaming.
What?
I just want.
Kaz just conceded the fight.
Oh, you.
Oh.
Oh.
Because the last time he went too far and he doesn't want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Huck looks very confused for a second because I don't. Yeah, the people he spars with most would be Rust and Eladrin, and neither of them concede.
Oh yeah, no, Rust has put you in the fucking hospital.
Debatable. We'd actually have to play that one out, but yeah, neither of them would concede. So he's very confused for a second at what's going on, and then as it dawns on him, he just sort of drops his spear and shield where they are, walks over to Kazian and extends his arm in sort of that
the
warriors
forearm grab of respect thing, and Kazian's gonna go right into it and just be like,
pulls you into like a half warrior, half.
Okay.
Half
the bro hug. We're fantasy bro hug.
Like tuck it, bro, tuck it. Tuck it.
Yeah.
You tucking it? You're tucking it?
Kazian's just gonna look at him and be like, I could have gone further, but I I prefer not to injure somebody who helps protect us.
I appreciate it, but just
Sorry
between
about the
us.
knee.
So
It's all right.
Well-
This big guy around here
He
does
says
so
he
much worse
says
than
that he says that as he's bleeding from the side, like really badly bleeding.
so
Oh, and
you guys don't notice this until
sorry
about
about that
right now.
there.
You guys don't notice this till about probably right now. The queen is up above, worried, and like, what the fuck just happened? And why are you bleeding?
Kazian's gonna climb out of the pit and walk right
Abel's
past
just
her.
like sitting there eating. And fuck, what do I want to do?
Like I said,
she-
Kazian's gonna climb out of the pit and walk right past her. He
She's
doesn't
gonna
even acknowledge she's there.
Huck's gonna like do that sort of like vault out of the pit, like place hand up just like out, and sort of like grins at the queen, and then sort of realizes that she's not returning his smile, and just sort of like dropped into like
You
the
don't
most
know
awkward,
you just almost killed the prince.
just dropped into like the most awkward position ever because he doesn't understand what's going on.
The queen's gonna stop for a second and be like, if you really wanted a challenge, I could really get somebody for you.
Who's she talking to?
You.
Kazian's walking away. He never stopped. He's still going into the palace. So hearing this, hearing that, Kazian would stop for a second. And without even looking at her over his shoulder, he would have said, and if I wanted a mother, I would have looked for her. And then he's going to go back to the temple. I told you, there's some shit there, man.
Huck's just gonna start doing like the really awkward like toe heel rock, like he just when you don't know what
He's
to do.
doing
You just sort
the
of
math.
She is like breathing and just kind of like, oh, I don't want to freaking be that kind of person. Like she is like,
Oh no, I acknowledge this was a low blow. A very low blow.
yeah.
But Kazian doesn't care.
No, not at the moment.
You know what? Fuck it. This is what she's gonna do. I need you to make a deck save right now.
Oh,
Ooh. Mom's pissed. 5. Oh, yes.
You-
please. What happens? Tell me.
You're not going to take any damage, but you see vines come out from the trees area and just grapple you and bring you right into her face, and she just goes, "You listen to me, boy."
There we
And
go.
she
It
has
was
just,
amplified.
like, I also need you to make a wisdom save as her eyes go like this deep purple.
just as a point of note, Huck's like has been standing still on the edge of the pit.
21.
21. You're not afraid of her.
No, and Kazian's gonna cast Firebolt on the vines.
I would like to point out that Huck has been standing on the pit, and when these vines spread out, he gets so startled he falls back into the pit.
Okay. Looks at you.
No, but Kazian is using his Firebolt cantrip to burn
Fucking
the vines.
day. Huh?
Kazian's using his Firebolt cantrip to burn the vines. And you cut out when you were saying what she said.
Yeah, because somebody tried to call me and whatnot. He just looks at, no, she looks at you and she says, "You don't think I didn't want you here?" She's trying to find like the words just to be able to say this because she's like frustrated and she wants to be happy. She wants to be like, she's just got all these emotions, but ultimately she just like, if you would be able to even like see it, she just wants to be able to actually talk to you.
Actually, I'm going to roll an insight really quick.
Do it.
Not as
Insight
like
check.
just so that he is seeing if he sees this.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. You're able to kind of, she's definitely like, she's wearing it on her skin. Like, this is not a normal thing from like royalty, like to be this open. She's trying to be very open with you and communicate with you, and like she wants to talk to you so badly. Like she just wants. You can see, like she's been waiting for this moment, and she knew that it was gonna be a problem, but she was hoping. Like, she's just like
Did my firebolt burn the vines?
Yeah, but
Technically,
eventually they
firebolt
would
actually do significant burning damage, so it wouldn't burn.
Yeah, it would take a while. Like you're definitely like dealing, like you're talking to her, dude. Like
Okay.
you're. But
and he's gonna look down at her, and he's just going to sigh and just. You had 27 years. And you decide to find me in a cryptic manner, to lie to me, to trick me, and endanger me.
Well, from your attitude right now, you wouldn't have fucking come. You wouldn't have fucking come if I had just said I was your mother.
You may be
from the way that you're acting right now, you child.
27 years. You don't get to show up after that long and act like you're a parent.
I'm not acting like a parent, but I'm somebody that wants to get to know their son.
Then earn it. Now let me go.
And so you know, it was only 25.
Doesn't matter to me. Don't remember the 2 years.
I do.
He's not even looking her in the eye at this point. He's just waiting.
What do you need me to do, huh? What do I need to do to prove to you that I'm worthy of your magnificent time?
My time is trash. I'm a fucking mercenary. I kill for hire. You don't have to earn that. You have to earn enough of my respect for me to be willing to talk to you. Now let me go.
She drops the vines from you.
Kazian's gonna he's gone. He's going to the temple.
Okay. She's just silent. She's like got frustration on her, but it's done. And that's where we're going to end for the day. I think that's a good spot, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's some cliffhanger shit.
No, I knew
that's some Matt Mercer shit right there, Dono.
No, dude.
Oh.
I've been for 2 weeks since 2 weeks ago. I've been fucking just sitting here and waiting, and like fucking, I'm like, I know what this is gonna turn into. Oh,
Outros so that we can
just get
talk about metagames
for Dono.
Huh?
Can I just get like an applause for Dono? Because oh my god, yes.
He became the bitch.
He channeled Karen.
Yes.
But your mom's not Karen.
That was
but
not
you
Karen.
Definitely.
In that moment, she wanted to talk to my manager.
Karen's a joke character. There was no joke in that.
Yeah, I wasn't channeling Karen. I was channeling a fucking mother.
Yeah, that was. Woof.
Like, oh my god, I legitimately don't like Kazian right now. Like, you know that feeling when you're like, I don't like my character because he's an asshole. But like, there's shit there, man. Oof.
Major props, man. That was
Were any of us actually watching that?
Okay. Okay, let's
Huck fell back
do
into the
outros
pit
really
with
quick,
the-
and then we'll continue talking.
Yeah, we'll talk after we close.
My name's Windiest Hail. I played Abel Pindrop. You can find me on TikTok at Windiest Hail and Instagram at Windiest Hail as well. Have a wonderful day.
Huck.
I am the Beamer. I played Huck Eatman. You can find me on TikTok at _Beamer or at my job. Although if you find me there, we're gonna have a serious talk.
I am Shop Goblin playing Kazian, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter as Shop Goblin Props, and on TikTok as Shop Goblin. Additionally, we also this week had the Drunken Monk, currently the Drunken Shop, playing as Blaze Kusanagi. You can find him on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as the Drunken Monk or Drunken Shop, depending on what month it is. And we also had Silverwolf joining us this week, who you can find on TikTok as Silverwolf, and she was playing Knight. Aludra?
I am Aludra, and I play Loic Amvad. You can find me at TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch streaming art under Flute of the Blue Dragon. All tags. So, yeah.
And I am Dono the Cleric. I have been your GM, and it has been my pleasure. You can find me on Instagram as Dono the Cleric and on TikTok as Dono the Cleric.